Yes, we're heading to Jenny's so we can rest and then head to Bawaki.
Yeah,
If
that
I
was the
remember
initial
correctly.
plan.
Alright, so
And
you
also
guys are currently...
we're also
Sorry.
going there just in case the wolves come back, but we don't think they should be able to make it back. By tonight, at least.
Alright, you guys are currently at the top of that area, and then you're gonna go down and around to Jenny's, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because originally you guys took a boat across Lake Zara, but now you get to walk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not our favorite. We decided I think it was going to come out to about, what was it, 8 hours?
Something like that.
In order to continue our journey. Oh, we had talked about maybe staying at Jenny's hut on our way, since it was like on the way, and we could show up in the morning at the city, town, at whatever.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys... could I get a rough marching order?
I will lead the pack as I usually do, unless our paladin friend decides that they would prefer to take care of that from now on.
The Glory will go ahead and step up front, since thankfully to that lay on hands, she was able to fully heal herself up.
To me,
I'll be somewhere in the middle.
I will. I would try to be also in the middle, so I don't get like stabbed in the back.
all right, and if our paladin's taking the lead, I'm going to start taking in the rear then, so we still have someone with a lot of beefiness in the back. Unless someone disagrees with that idea.
No, I think it's a good idea.
Awesome.
Alright, so you all take up your rough marching order. If someone could actually write that in the chat for me, I would appreciate it, just so that I don't forget, because you know me and my infamous forgetting. You guys take up your rough marching order and begin to walk around the Lake Zara Ridge. The ground is very soft underfoot, and the branches of all the trees along the shore reach out like grasping fingers towards the mirror-like lake that is to your right as you... where's, Arabelle?
Oh, yeah, Arabelle. Cosme,
Would
do
be
you
in
want...
the middle.
Yes,
I would say.
I will, yeah.
Sandwich the child.
Yeah. After all, it is a child, and they may or may
Actual
not actually
child.
be safe.
Yep.
You find that the singing that had once plagued you on the northern half and southern halves of the lake seems to quiet and die off as you hear a faint singing of frogs in the soft ground squishing underfoot as the only sounds to interrupt the unnerving silence. As you walk, Arabelle begins to actually make small noises after a bit, clinking the gold coins together in her hand as she counts them repeatedly, seeming slightly in awe. You walk for a few hours, getting to the most westward point of the lake, when Decima, yeah, she is the highest person, Decima, and Decima, you notice out of your corner of your eye, and Zora, you hear in your head the sound of hissing as midnight materializes once more around your shoulders. A figure shuffling around near the tree line.
I'll signal the group to stop. There's something over there, and I'll point to it. And I will just take a defensive stance, just trying to see if I can see what it actually is.
Make a proper perception check.
I would like to do the same if we can.
Anybody can
Awesome.
that, now that it's been pointed out.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah, that's why I Mr. Midnight.
13 totaled.
And waiting on Decima. Poor Glory.
20.
Okay. Decima, looking closer at this figure, for a moment, it's extremely hard to tell, as it seems as if this figure is covered in moss and lichen, almost looking like a moving tree for a moment. Its arms and head almost like covered by a heavy cloak of swamp-like foliage as it shuffles along. After a few moments of inspecting this figure and reading its body language, you notice underneath its odd hooded cloak are extremely unnerving eyes, the whites of which of their eyes are yellowed from what you can't exactly tell, and its pupils are blown out, dilated, as it shuffles with something in its pack underneath the cloak.
So its eyes are dilated.
Yeah, like where there would be white in the eye, it's like this off yellow, and its pupils are blown out so wide it's almost hard to see the iris.
Okay. Does it look like those things we saw when we were near the lake? Like before we actually approached the lake?
The witch? Well, yeah, it doesn't look like this, no.
Okay.
It looks like something different entirely.
I'm going to look at the others. It doesn't look human. It's shuffling around with something. I think we should back up and keep our distance. Just keep an eye on it. I don't want to pick a fight that we don't need.
Well, that works with me. I mean, I can try and talk with them if that's something we want to try and do.
As you two have this hushed conversation, Decima, you see the figure pulls something out of its bag and extends it out in front of itself, turning towards you properly, and you see in its hand is a black thorny vine that looks like it's riddled with decay, and it's oddly squirming as the figure crushes it in its hands. And I need all of you to make a strength saving throw.
Oh boy.
Could you roll for Arabella, Jesse?
Yep.
So, Zora. Oh.
If you're not high enough level yet to have an aura, are you, Glory?
Nope. Nope. Not
Okay.
at all.
Mr. Midnight, because he is out.
Mr. Midnight is on your shoulders.
Yeah.
So
which
I will
one
say
you-
that Mr. Midnight is not affected by this particular thing.
Oh, okay, cool. But it doesn't matter. I probably did.
It would go down like that, wouldn't
As it crushes the gooey vine in its hand, you hear Arabelle inhale sharply through her nose, and she screams, "Look out!" as she rapidly backs away towards the lake, wrenching her foot free of the vines that sprout from the ground and wrap themselves around your legs, digging brambles into your clothing and rooting you to the ground. It's the entangle spell, so you guys are restrained.
Okay.
Well, everybody?
Everybody except Arabelle, yes.
Okay. Yikes.
Yeah.
Should we roll off initiatives?
Yes.
Okay. I
Did you want to do the other initiative system, or did you want to do regular initiative?
Yes, I do.
Was that a yes to the other initiative system?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, so who's got the highest initiative? I have a +1.
Same here. +1.
I probably do have a +3. I was the one rolling it last time.
Yep, that worked then.
15. He'll go first.
Yep.
All right. So you guys get the minute to strategize, even though he goes first, right? Or no?
Yes, yes, he still
Okay.
gets a minute to strategize.
So are we all just going on the same turn then?
No,
Or...
well, yeah, it sounds like it. If it's only the one, then it would be their one group, and then all four of us. Wouldn't be really another way to do that.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know if we should try to free ourselves, or if we should try to. Well, I guess the melee people don't have to free themselves.
I would like to try to get out of my binds quickly, but let me double check the spell.
Well,
Is it a strength save or an athletics
you have
check
to
to
use
get
an action to try and get out.
Okay. So there's no way to actually like destroy the vines?
Nope.
Dispel magic.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get out of the
Is it athletics or?
It's a strength save. Or if you scroll up, it says strength check.
actually
not
let's see
even
what
a
I can do
save.
then. I think I can use this class feature again. Where is it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can effectively cast Bless on each of us again. So I could do that at the start to help you guys get out if need be.
Trying to decide what I think the best course action is here. How about we get the melee people to I and Glory can strength check as our first go, and we can just rush the thing and hopefully distract its attention long enough for y'all to do stuff.
I think that's a reasonable idea, especially because I can just force it to make saves instead of having to get out, because then that's not done at disadvantage.
All right, perfect. Let's do that.
Just the one.
Yeah. So would I go first to help give you the Bless, or?
Well, it doesn't really matter. Well, that will matter, but yeah.
Well, yeah. It's
We can always determine after its roll though, like after whatever it does. So yeah,
okay. So
you just kind of. Meg.
I'm double checking something. Sorry.
Sure.
You're not allowed to read things during D&D, Meg. It's not allowed.
I'm trying to figure out if it should summon a reef shark or not. God.
but we're like on land, right?
Yes.
It can survive for an amount of rounds equal to twice its con mod before it dies.
Sand shark.
Yeah. They have pack tactics, dude. They just have 0 speed, so you gotta summon them on top of it.
Technically correct. The best kind of correct.
Yeah.
So
Okay, yeah, we're gonna go with these. We're gonna go with these, yeah. So, you all see the figure smile as it walks closer to you while still maintaining about 30 feet away. And with this demented smile, it tilts its head up so you can see its face completely. The cheeks gaunt, as if this person hasn't eaten for a very long time. It's covered in this like almost rotting attire. Its clothes seeming like they're in stages of something you would find on a corpse. But this figure does look very much alive. And with a smile, you will not stop my master. And is going to kneel down on one knee and dig its hand into the earth around its fingers, seeming to be leached of life as it slowly turns into rotting goo. And from that earth, in a 10-foot radius around it, begins to rise out, crawling, 4 spiders that are medium size.
just a reminder for y'all that we are at low hit points, so be careful with your plays.
I'm not at low hit points. Actually, I am. Never mind. I'm at about half health. Excuse me.
I mean, I'm always at low hit points, so
Yes, you are.
Fortunately, I'm at full, but that was because of lay on hands.
You know, I want to ask Cosme this, but I could just read it myself. Okay, Cosme, you have the most experience with this kind of thing. Fucking bees, man.
yeah.
Do they go on your turn or do they roll initiative themselves?
They usually go. Oh, that's usually a DM thing. Like technically, according to the spell, they have their own turn.
Yep.
But you normally
Well,
DM
with-
just have
Yeah,
them
I'll
go on-
say with this, the initiative system, they'll go after 2 of you go.
Yeah, that makes
Okay.
more sense.
Yeah. Also, because I'm not a complete sadist, there's only 4, not 8. Because I love you guys. Just remember that. This could have been harder. Okay, who's going? Because that's his.
So I'm going to take out my prism and speak into it and say promise. And when I do that, people, everyone except Arabella and myself, feel a calming energy. So everyone except, so you guys are all blessed.
Yay!
Yep, myself and Arabella are not blessed. Or Arabelle. I think that's all I can do. How close are these spiders from us?
They are 30 feet from you.
30 feet. Because there's something else I could do. Give me a second here. How dark is it right now, DM?
It's technically dim lighting because of the constant overcast, but it's during the day, so you guys can see.
Okay. I'm going to have Mr. Midnight move over to one of the spiders and give the help action.
Okay. Look at you controlling that cat. Good job.
Okay.
Because I'll forget to do it. I have too much to keep track of than to keep track of your familiars. I can RP your familiars because of circumstances, but I cannot remember to keep track of them.
Mm-hmm.
No worries. That's all I'm going to be able to do this turn.
Okay. And who's next turn?
One of the melee people.
Melee. so to
I'll
speak.
go ahead and take it then. I will make it's a strength check in order to try and break free of this thing.
I believe so, yes.
Yes, it is a strength check.
That was a strength saving throw. That's
Nope.
my bad.
It is only a
Oh,
saving throw the
yeah.
first time.
Okay.
Yeah, strength check against your spell save DC.
11.
It fails.
Okay. Let me double check here that I don't have any good bonus actions. I don't think I do. Nothing useful here. Yeah, no. I'll go ahead and that'll actually be my turn because I can't do much beyond that.
Okay. And so we're going to go to the spiders. So these spiders rise properly out of the ground, dripping with this black, goopy rot that sticks to them. You see that they don't really look like they're flesh and blood animals, almost as if they're husks of spiders that are forcing themselves to move. You hear crackles as they begin to extend their legs before moving and converging around Glory.
Fair enough.
And oh god, there's a fuck. Quick reference. Variant rules. I know that there's a rule for something.
Flank.
What it'll be looking
Disarming.
for specifically.
Which one?
Disarming.
Oh. Yeah.
Like
Um,
I need to remember how, like if one of these things wanted to take something from Glory. How that would work. Activity. Is it a variant rule or is it just a normal rule?
No, it's a variant.
Yeah, I would
think
say
it's in the
disarming is not
DMV.
normally.
Let me see if I can find it. Combat.
There we go. Action options under disarm. A creature can use a weapon attack to knock a weapon or other item from a target's grasp. The attacker makes an attack roll contested by their athletics or acrobatics. If they win, the attack causes no damage, but the defender drops the item. The attacker has dis on the attack roll if the target's holding the item with 2 or more hands. Glory, do you wield your longsword two-handed?
No, because I have a shield.
Okay. So I will roll 4 of the. No, I'll roll 3 and then I'll do the other one. Oh, they have advantage. Two, keep highest 1 plus that, and then
Oh dear God, yes.
Yes.
All
and then
four
that
of
last.
those.
Okay.
Sure. I'm just gonna go with yes. 18, a 22, a 22, and a 19. Like, I have nothing to contest that.
Okay, so you're gonna take 10 total damage. I need you to make 3 con saves.
Jesus.
And then
Um,
after that, I need you to make an acrobatics or an athletics check.
Is this any sort of disease, first off?
It is for being poisoned.
Okay. So 3 con saves.
Okay, first one fails, and second to succeed. So that is 2d6. So that's 9
Oh.
points of poison damage.
You do have bless, by the way.
Oh, yes. So it was a D4.
Yeah.
That actually might make it. You
So
make
add me
it.
an 11.
So you do not take any poison damage.
Hashtag bless.
Hashtag,
Bless is always
hashtag
wonderful.
blessed.
Bless is always wonderful. And you want me to make an acrobatics check?
Acrobatics or athletics?
I'm gonna go with that.
It's your choice on that one. Against the DC is 19.
So 14 or better. Nope.
All right. So as the spiders seem with a laser focus, sort of on Glory, they converge on top of her, almost piling over one another to reach out a long limb and swipe at her, pulling her close to find gaps in her armor to sink their fangs into as you hear the crunching of their exoskeletons. The final one, however, moves directly in front of Glory, and instead of going for any kind of blow, it almost throws itself at her wrist, trying to damage her wrist as much as possible to get her to loosen her grip on her sword so that the sword falls into the brambles on the ground.
Yay.
Yay.
So not only do I have to do an action to free myself, I have to do an action to pick up my freaking sword.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
No, so they cannot do that this round because I am nice. And we will go to the next set of you guys. And by next set, I mean just the rest of you.
All right. So I will start it off by doing my. Oh, I'll just pick up my freaking weapon since I need that to end all to be all. So yay, there's my turn.
All right. Well, I'm going to reach over and actually, because I can't do both of those. I'll try to free myself.
You pass.
All right. And then I am going to we will spiritual weapon. Next to Glory, near the spiders. Creating a whip of 9 tails that is made out of fate chains, and then I'm going to strike one.
Okay.
What is this? Yes, that's what I thought. I'm assuming a 20
That
hits.
will hit.
Alright.
And you were attacking which one again?
Let's do the one that knocked it out of her hand.
Okay.
Make sure this should just be 1d8, right? No, and plus my ability mod. Okay, that's what I was unsure of. Eight points of damage.
Okay. It is still standing, but not looking very great. Your Cat o' Nine Tails lashes at the spider, each fate chain wrapping around a limb and pulling, branding into this exoskeleton the imprints of each chain. And it it shrinks away from the damage. One of its legs just straight up falling off of the exoskeleton and falling to the ground and crumbling as it does. But it's still alive. Also, I just realized we don't have our cameras on, and it makes me sad that I can't see your oh shit faces. I even put on normal clothes today for this. I am such a negligent DM. So whose turn was it next? It's Decima, and then
That's
wait,
the end
no,
of the round.
okay. Yeah. Did Promise go?
Yeah, I had my strength check and I failed it.
Oh,
Alright.
right, and then he couldn't move.
So I got a 22.
Wait, hang on. Does this? Yes, the spiders are rolling for the initiative now. They do not get higher than you guys, so you guys get to plan.
So we have 2 of our people going first. What do we think we want to do?
I'm probably, I don't have a lot of spells left, unfortunately. I can use cantrips.
I have a couple spells left, not many.
Let's see here.
I'm out of spells.
Do we want the frontline people to do stuff then?
Could. It might help to try and get Glory to go so she can get unrestrained, because if that's...
Since I got all sorts of speeders around me.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's have them go first and try and break their strength issue. And
Alright.
does anybody have a good area of effect that we can use against the spiders that won't affect Glory or anyone else?
Area of effect? I could.
Oh.
No. If I was able
Wait.
What,
You
Meg?
guys did have one more person.
Oh yeah, Arabelle. I forgot about that.
I was right.
Alright. So, let's see what... I know what she has left. She has that, and that. Oh, I know what we're gonna... No, would that work? I don't think she can technically do anything. Because I don't think this will work. Because summon animals, they're fey now, they're not beasts.
Yep.
Mhm.
So, Meg, what was the other thing you added onto her? Because you didn't say.
Did I not?
No. Oh, Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well, yeah, we'll give Glory a Bardic Inspiration with Arabelle, and that's really all she can do.
Hey, I'll take that 1d8.
D6, but yeah.
Okay, well, I'll take the weakened 1d6. Yay.
Well, that's what it is at this level, I believe.
Yeah.
Alright, that's her turn. She'll just keep her distance. She's not really a fighter.
Okay. So that's currently the rough map.
Level 4 bard.
Yeah.
Just this is what I'm using as reference, so you guys have an idea of my reference.
Okay.
Mhm.
And I am there.
Yeah, it doesn't turn into a D8 until 5th.
Wait, what happened to Mr. Midnight?
Mr.
What-
Midnight is on your shoulders,
Oh.
and you wanted him to move right to.
To one of the spiders to give the help action.
Okay. I think entangles. Okay, when you cast the spell, so he would have been fine. So I'll say that he's here, right at the edge, closer to Arabelle.
Okay, cool. Sounds good.
Because this is just, the best I kind of got.
Yeah.
So you guys are good? You guys are good on your planning then?
Yeah. We're having crazy and
Well, two of you go first.
yeah. It was Glory and Zora, right, to try and break your binds? So one of you go ahead,
You need a straight check.
or whatever they want to do.
I don't think I'm breaking my binds just yet.
Okay.
But it's Glory and
Yeah,
Promise,
Glory's gonna go.
right?
Yep. And you said that I'm getting the help action from Midnight for the untangling.
Midnight was going to go to one of the creatures to help
Okay.
like hit them.
All right, so that's why I was wanting to make sure. So D20 plus the D4 from the bless.
And you do have a bardic if you need it.
Yeah.
Well, it's a check, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a check.
So blast won't work for that one.
Oh, it
unfortunately.
doesn't work.
but Bardic will.
Yeah,
Bardic roll.
because
So
it's only saving throws
Okay.
and attack.
So I'm gonna make the check first, and then I'm gonna make the bardic if necessary.
Yeah.
So here's the.
No.
You got it.
Nope. It's all cool. Reaches down, goes. No one ties me up without my permission. Untangles roots and glares over at the woman, not really caring much about the spiders that are around her.
It's a dude.
All right, that would be my action.
Do you have a bonus action?
My bonus action. You know what? Sure. I will go ahead and look over at the woman. Go by Sune's blessing, you shall fall, and enter my vow of enmity. So I have advantage against any attacks against her for a minute unless
You're talking about the druid thing, right?
Yeah.
It's a dude.
Dude. The dude.
It's dude.
Yes. So the vow of enmity against the druid.
Okay.
Is levied as my bonus action.
Why can't I stop yawning?
Mm.
Literally just started, like, as soon as I turned my camera on. I want to know who cursed me to yawn? Or who's talking about me?
That'll be my turn.
Okay. Next person's turn, right?
Yep. I assume wait, Zora, did you go already?
No.
Okay. Then yeah, it'd be Zora probably.
Oh, Promise is not going to go?
Oh, I don't know. Promise, are you gonna go?
I can go. I had thought it was going to be Zora. She had something to do with the entangle, but if not, then I'm happy to go.
Yeah, you can go. I think.
Okay. In that case, all the spiders are still up, right?
Yes,
Mhm.
and around me.
Okay. And since I'm at the back, I will go ahead and I'm gonna draw my longbow, actually, and I will shoot. We haven't damaged any of the spiders, have we?
You damaged
All right.
one.
Okay, I'll shoot that one then.
So that one is pretty much right in front of Glory.
Perfect.
So you actually do have a line of sight on it.
11.
Oh.
That doesn't hit.
Okay, that'll be my turn, I guess.
So we go to that dude's turn. And he is going to hold his palm out in front of him, and you see a small flickering flame appears in his hand. And almost like a Major League Baseball pitcher, he literally fastball throws it at Promise. And we're gonna have him. You're still entangled, right, Promise?
Yeah,
23 hits.
yes, it does.
And you take 1 point of fire damage.
Hey.
All right.
A singular fire damage. 1. And that's actually going to be his turn as he like paces back and forth for a moment, watching the spiders do his bidding, his eyes focusing almost obsessively on the sword in Glory's hand. That's going to be his turn, so we're going to go to the next two, and then all the spiders go, and then so on.
Okay. I'm going to try and escape my binds. Huzzah! Nope.
With your 10 strength.
Yep.
Rip. Any bonus action?
No bonus actions here.
Ripperoni.
Yep.
Next turn.
Can I have Mr. Midnight help? Or at least try to help Decima get out of her binds?
I'm
Yeah,
out of
sure.
my binds.
Oh, you're out?
I'm out.
Okay. Promise. Okay, so I'll have them try to help Promise get out of her binds then.
All right. He kneels a bit closer to the ground for a moment. You see the shadows that seem to like wisp off him, moving like, and he disappears for a moment before reappearing in front of Promise, and he begins to use his paws to like kind of hack at the vines for a moment. And that will pay off on Promise's turn, but it's not Promise's turn. It's Decima's, right?
Yes, it is my turn. So I am going to Glory, you're looking the worst, right? Probably.
Right now, no.
Oh, you're not too bad.
I'm at 10 out of 36.
Okay.
I don't know.
Like, I since I was able to wave off all of the poison.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to move over to Promise and give her a Cure Wounds.
Sweet.
Heal you for 11.
Nice.
And then the Cat of Nine Tails will once again try to latch onto the spider and pull its legs apart.
Okay.
12.
Does not hit. So the cat o' nine tails rears back and attempts to fillet at the spider one more time, but the spider moves, and because of the missing leg, none of the chains wrap around it, unfortunately. And that's your guys' turns, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So we go back to the spooters, all four of them. So two of them. Plus... Yeah. Okay. Does a 14 hit Glory?
No.
Okay, but the 19 does, I'm assuming.
The 19, yes.
All right, so you take 2 points of piercing damage. I need a con save.
Okay.
Hashtag bless.
Hashtag bless. I never thought I would hear Cosme actually say hashtag blessed ever, but you know what? It just sounds so fitting. You pass, so you're fine on that. And then this guy is gonna try and knock your sword out of your hand. Ugh. So DC 10 to keep a hold of your sword.
Okay. Which bless is still a part of, if I remember correctly.
It's not a save. It's an acrobatic or
it's a-
athletics check, but
Yeah.
you're fine. So this thing attempts to, do the same things it did last time. You're prepared, so you move your hand out of the way, and then the last one is actually gonna try and do the same thing because it originally had a different plan in my head, but that failed. DC 10 again. And you pass. All right, so you see the spiders are still surging around Glory, focusing mostly on her sword, oddly enough, trying to get that from her. And that is their turn. Last one's Arabelle, and then top of the round, right?
Yep. Arabelle can still just pretty much only give inspiration.
Does she not have a cantrip?
No. Oh, is this a person? The druid person thingy?
Maybe.
Alright, she'll try to hold person on it.
Okay. What save does he have to make?
Fuck, what is hold person? It's been a bit.
Wisdom,
Probably a
right?
wisdom save.
It's a wisdom.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ray. 19.
Definitely succeeds.
So you all watch as Arabelle moves as if like she's trying to grab at a chain in the air, a familiar sort of movement, and she finds a chain and yanks it, and you see that it begins to wind itself around the figure's legs for a moment before the figure waves a hand, so to speak, and it just does not take hold the way that Arabelle assumed it would have, and she looks crushed for a moment before we go back to the top of the round. Because I'm great at describing shit. Okay. $20 for initiative, Jesse.
Woo!
Oof. I mean, better a nat 1 on initiative than a nat 1 on a spell attack, right?
Yeah.
So you guys will get to strategize again, and while I strategize.
I don't know what to do here. We got one spider down or none?
None currently.
Okay.
Can I see the map again, by chance?
Yeah, it's still the same as it was. Actually, no.
I just wanted to see the because I do have an area of effect spell.
That's the druid dude.
Okay, so there's the druid dude, and the W's are the
Right.
spiders.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
they're wolf spiders.
Oh.
Giant wolf spiders.
If I could actually. Wait, Gloria, can you move right now or no?
Yes, I'm able to.
Okay. If we can kill the wolf spider on the right of Gloria, and Gloria moves over, I can hit all three of those wolf spiders with a spell. But we just need to kill that one, so I don't hit Gloria, because I'm not moving anytime soon.
I love how you keep switching between Glory and Gloria. It's like me switching between Arabelle and Arabella. Like, we love the
Sorry.
names in this campaign.
It's supposed to be Glory. That's my name.
I mean to say Arabelle every time, but for some reason I keep saying Arabella.
Yeah.
Shit happens.
But yeah, I only have 2 level spells left though, so
Use them wisely.
make them count. I can either help kill the spiders, or I can focus fire on the druid individual.
I mean, because I've got advantage on my attacks against the druid right now, for
Yeah.
as long as they're still alive, and that never goes away until they're not alive, or a minute goes by. So I can easily move aside to let you focus on the druid, and just keep on dealing with these spitters who just won't leave me and my sword alone.
Yeah, I mean, I can also help out.
Or I can go after the druid, and you guys can deal with the spitters.
Either way, I want to go after Lance, so that Promise has a chance to, if they want to, use their action to try and free themselves.
I'm going to.
Yeah, so.
But in that case, I should go nearly last.
Yeah.
With Zora going last, because otherwise I have nothing I can contribute. So everyone else should go first.
Okay, so it'll be Glory and Decima.
Except Zora. Yeah. And then it can be Arabella, me, and then Zora.
Yeah, I'll go last then. Sounds good.
You know, part of me wants to give Arabella a cantrip, but, you know, that kind of goes against the whole point of her being 8 and kind of supportive character.
Don't, it's fine. It'd be a lot anyway.
Yeah. No, you probably shouldn't give her a cantrip.
Okay, so what? Who's going first?
Glory, do you want to go first? Or do you want me to? It's literally all that.
Go first.
Okay.
And how many spitters are around me? 5?
Currently 4 still.
4? Okay.
Yeah, technically he could have summoned 8, but I'm nice.
Okay.
Got you guys.
So I need 3 of them to make me a charisma saving throw.
Spiders making charisma saves. What a world we live in.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow.
Jesus Christ, spiders. Chill.
So 2 of them pass. Because I'm only a level 4 character and can't.
The -2.
Chill, my dudes.
So-
spiders.
One of them is now baned. Yay.
Only one, though.
Yeah, only one.
He's
one
like
that-
super baned.
Yeah. She like kind of glares at them and goes, the for daring to touch me without my consent, feel the wrath of my goddess. Only one really cares about it. The other two are like, what the fuck ever.
Pretty
Uh,
much. They're like, who are you again?
Yeah, what was that? What was that? But yes, but the other one is definitely baned. And
Chittering of disinterest.
yeah. And I'll see, what do I have? Do I have anything I can do as a bonus action? No. So yeah, there you go. Now that's my full action there. Because I want to stay within, not to provide an attack of opportunity, stay within 5
Mm-hmm.
feet of them. So that'll be my action.
Okay. So we go to the enemy's turn.
No, I never got my
Right
turn.
now? Oh. See, you know.
Yep.
Good
Nope.
thing you say these things.
Now, first off, swing the spiritual weapon at the same spooter.
I thought you were gonna be like, first off, fuck this guy in particular.
God damn.
It still does not hit.
No.
It's can't roll. You know, it's not why. It is not your day.
No, it is not. Hmm. Let's, can I see the map? I want to try and see. There's a... Glory. The W are the spiders?
Yes.
Alright, perfect. I would like to move, like, through Zora around to get to the side of the spider, so I'm 2 spaces to the left of Glory. I'm on the other side of the spider.
So, like that.
No.
Why isn't it focusing?
No, the other way.
Okay. I promise I know what left is.
So I should be next to 2 spiders, and I'm flanking one with Glory, right? That is... Yes, okay, sweet. That's exactly what I want. I'm going to Word of Radiance, so both those spiders need to make me con saves. As I shoot chains out of my body.
Con saves. Spiders con saves. You
Yes.
said 2 of them?
Yes. God damn. Alright, they save.
Spiders, man! I think this one
You're
I'm
rolling really good
crediting
today.
to
You're
Abra,
rolling
yeah.
incredibly good.
She's rolling really well, and I'm rolling like shit.
Did
Alright.
y'all say your prayers to Abra today?
It did. Alright, that's the end of my turn.
I'm just saying, you know, that might be your problem. Okay, so we go to. He's not held person. That failed. So he is gonna. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so he's actually gonna do the little fastball flame trick again. But, or no, how much movement does he have? So he's currently 30 feet away from you. He's gonna move 10 feet to the side here. And then do that. He's gonna do his little flamey trick again. And try to hit Arabelle. 17 hits Arabelle, right?
Probably. I believe her AC is 11. Yep, 12.
She takes 6 points of fire damage.
She's good. She's a tough little girl.
She had originally like 3 HP.
Yeah, but we rested.
I know. I mean, like in general,
Oh,
like that was her base like stat.
gotcha. Well, stat block you gave me is much more beefed up.
Yes, I know, as I do, because I am nice. I do nice things for you all. Yeah. Okay. So 2 more.
So,
All
I'm gonna
right.
let Arabelle go pretty much last, unless you guys want me to take her turn.
At this point, it doesn't affect much, I don't think. So I'll go ahead and do it. Strength check, and I have advantage from the help from the familiar, right, Zora?
Yes, that is correct.
Good thing, too.
Yeah, you pass.
All right. Perfect. So that's that. I'll break free of it, and I'll grab my sword again and move towards the closest spider.
Okay. It's right in front of you.
Okay, perfect. That's it then.
Okay. So on my turn, then let's see. I'll try to have Mr. Midnight come over to me and help me get out of my bind.
Okay, so Midnight does the little like shadow hop trick almost again. He gives you the help action.
11? I don't think it.
Fail.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's all I can do then.
Rip.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. So we go to the spiders who are all somehow still alive. And they're 2 of them are gonna do. Glory's free, right?
I think everybody is free except for Zora.
Yep.
Poor Zora.
Mm-hmm.
Can we have a moment of silence for Zora's 10 strength?
Hey, I mean, as long as they're distracted by Glory's sword, then that's fantastic.
Okay, so those do not hit. 18 hits?
18 does hit.
Okay, does the 16 hit?
No.
Okay, so I will need a athletics or acrobatics then. Because they're going for that sword. Also, I totally misread the. I think I'm misinterpreting the thing.
On.
They can use a weapon attack to knock a weapon. Okay, so attack roll contested. Okay. Oh. Okay, so I could just have Glory roll those. They don't actually have to hit her to do that. It's not an
Right.
alternate.
No. It's so do I roll again? So it's an 18 and a 16?
Well, yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, the first 2 were trying to knock that. So
Okay, so all of them are trying to get the sword.
yeah, I misread the thing again. So the second 2 wouldn't have taken that
All right.
the attack
so,
action if the first 2 succeed. Otherwise,
let me go ahead and take care of the 12. So that's for the 12.
Rip.
So,
Oh
yeah.
no, you have bless.
Oh, yeah. So pass.
Pass.
So and this is for the 7.
Well,
Let's bless. But
No, no.
Well, they pass, so.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then, so the 18 and the 16.
With the bless already in. So no.
Okay, so with the 18,
And the 6 wouldn't add anything good. So yeah, so the 18 would automatically win.
Yeah.
So
so
no
the 18,
transferable weapon.
it's going to knock from your hand, and then the one who rolled 16 instead of attacking is going to actually pick up your sword in its pinchers and start running away with your sword. That one, however, Promise can make an attack of opportunity on.
I will definitely do that.
I was gonna say I'm
And
in range.
technically, Glory could make an improvised attack of opportunity.
I was gonna say I'm also in melee range of 2 of them. Is it the third one that's I'm not in range
Yeah,
of that's running?
It's the one that Promise is in range with that did that, because I assigned them arbitrary numbers based on how, like, when I wrote them, like,
Mhm.
what order I wrote them down in. So
Gotcha.
technically, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. They're very tiny now, but
Oh. Yeah.
so the one with Promise is currently
22 to hit, 7 damage.
okay. So as it picks up the sword and attempts to start running away with it, Promise, seeing the opportunity and its unarmed back, shifts her grip on her sword and stabs straight down, pinning the thing into the ground as it lets out a shriek of pain and curls up once more, the sword falling gently to the ground. You killed it.
I want to. It's kind of out of turn, I suppose, but I want to like peek at the sword. Is there anything specific about this sword? Because they really seem to be focusing on disarming and taking that sword.
Make me an investigation check.
Appearance wise, it does it even appearance wise it does like a normal sword.
Well,
The hilt-
as normal as your sword can look.
Yeah.
So,
it
at
looks like-
first glance, the sword looks actually like a wooden training sword that has been lined on the edges where the blade is, where the air coat blade is, with metal. And as you look at it closer, it is edged in silver.
Okay.
And with the slight vine growing out of the base of it, it definitely is some kind of extraordinary sword. This is not a normal sword by any means, and you are experienced enough in the world to know that somebody doesn't just carry this type of a sword for shits and giggles. So yeah. And I will let you do that as like a free action because I want to.
Sweet.
So it is now Arabelle's turn?
Yep.
Or whoever's hasn't gone yet.
Arabelle. I guess she would just once more try to hold person the main guy. How much more she can do?
Brushes off a little bit of her singed hair.
Yep. She's a tough girl. So need a whiz save. That'll fail. They are now paralyzed.
So, Arabelle once again reaches into seemingly nothing, and her hand wraps around a golden faint chain, and she pulls, and the chain materializes out of thin air. But this time, it grabs one wrist, then the other, before across his chest, almost a la vampire style, as the chains wrap around him and sink into his skin, and he cannot move. And then we go to top of the round again.
All right, time to re-roll.
Big buck, no whammies.
Whammies.
You jinxed it, Ray.
No, I
all
just
right,
been
so
rolling
we're
like shit tonight.
we're gonna go to his turn, and he's gonna try and break free, as he does. He does not. 2 of you get to go.
I can do a lot of damage to this guy.
Sure.
Okay. Just because since he's paralyzed, he automatically fails dexterity saving throws. So
The sword is still lying on the ground at the moment, right?
Yes, like right in front of you.
out of curiosity, DM, if no, never mind. Okay, I think we already discussed that. Never mind. All right, so I'll go. I'm gonna be attacking the druid guy.
All right. Who wants to go second then? I suppose Glory should do it so she can pick up and utilize her sword so it doesn't get ran off with. But
Yeah. That'd be very helpful.
although I suppose we all go next, right?
2 of us, then spiders, then 2 of us, or then 3 of us rather.
Okay, yeah, let's do Glory first, or Glory second rather, so she can pick up her sword, and then the rest of us can go on the last bit of round.
I am perfectly fine.
Okay. 2 of you get to go.
What? Let's see. So Zora is going to take her quarterstaff and seeing the druid guy being held in place, is going to shout out, "Nice one, Arabelle!" And she's going to drop her quarterstaff and launch it at the guy.
Catapult.
Yeah. Which automatically hits because they are paralyzed.
Yeah,
So that's at a second level spell.
but I do believe he gets to remake a save now after you hit him.
With hold person. I don't.
Whoops, we both did it.
No, it's just at the end of his
Yeah.
turn.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Hold person's nutty.
Yeah.
It really is.
You have to make it. You know, it's a whiz save. They can remake it on their turn, but
Yeah.
if they don't make it, then you pretty much just wail on them.
Yep.
Sad.
Oh, hey, first time this guy's getting damaged.
11 points of bludgeoning.
All right, so Zora drops her quarterstaff, and the quarterstaff goes soaring across the field with the velocity of a speeding truck right into its shins, and you guys hear a loud cracking noise. But he doesn't, seem dead. It was fine, kind of, aside from the fact that you might have just actually shattered his shins, he seems fine.
I mean, if we shattered his shins, I'm happy.
Does he have to roll concentration or no?
Oh, right, entangle. That's a thing.
It is.
And the animals, right?
No, the animals, definitely. I don't think it's entangle, it's the animals.
Wait, is conjure animals concentration?
Yep.
It might be.
No,
Yeah.
it's not concentration. Oh, it
Okay.
is concentration. I'm dumb.
Most summonings
Entangle
are
wouldn't have gone off.
concentration.
Yeah. That's fine. Just
Okay,
roll
you know what?
concentration
we'll
for the
just,
animals.
We'll just say
We'll
just
keep
say it's
rolling.
another-
We'll keep rolling.
You know what? Actually, I base this ability off conjure animals, but it's not actually conjure animals.
Okay. Well, either way.
He'll still roll it for the entangle because is Zora still?
Yeah.
I'm still entangled, yes.
Yeah, so I'll roll it for the entangle.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes!
Down.
I'm
So
free.
as you hear the sound of possibly his shin shattering, the vines that once constrained you all seem to fly off of Zora's legs. And if they had voices, you could imagine they'd be shrieking in pain as they slowly fall to the ground, limp, and begin to shrivel up into nothing more than small, thin twig-like substances.
It's pretty metal.
Zora is going to just give a and that will she will have Mr. Midnight go and help Glory with one of the spider attacks, possibly. Because Glory, are you gonna go continue fighting the spiders or
Yes.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so the closest spider then that you would have to come across, I'll have Mr. Midnight try to give you help on, or anyone who would attack it. I should
Okay.
say. And that'll end my turn.
All right. So I will pick up my weapon and strike at the closest still living spitter. With the plus. I'm sure 26 hits.
I don't know. Might be. I think it's pretty close. Like this one spider has, like 1 hit point, but it's, like AC's 30. Like that's terrifying.
God,
The
CR30 awakened shrub.
the spirit of the Tarask appears and like hello.
All right.
The spider pulls out a scroll of Taras summoning.
Chitters and waves its appendages in the air. All right. So that'll be my action for the round.
All right, so you swing your sword, catching it in an almost like tripping motion, and with an upward cut, one of its legs is severed from the rest of its body. Because I like it when people cut off spiders' limbs, apparently.
Apparently.
And then we go to their turns, right?
Yes.
Zora,
I will-
yeah, and then yeah, okay. Okay. So DC 7, keep your sword.
Okay. All right.
They really don't like your sword.
Apparently not.
Okay, DC 10 to keep your sword,
Must be too fancy for their tastes.
and then DC 6 to keep your sword.
It's because it sparkles. It shimmers.
Yep.
I mean, technically you wouldn't have had your bless there, but you know what? It
Oh.
passed either way.
Sure. Yeah.
You're wasting all those good rolls now. Yes,
Okay.
they did spend their turn trying to lurch at you and get your shiny sword, but it's not working.
The shinies.
My precious. And then the rest of the turns go. And that's what, Arabelle, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I haven't gone this round.
Yeah, it's Arabelle, Decima, and me. So
Yeah. Okay.
you
Yeah.
have 2 characters. You want to just run first?
Yeah. I'll have Decima go. We still got
yeah,
some we still got some
Fucker
spooters.
hasn't gone yet. Yeah, there's 3 spooters.
All right. Am
But
I still
the
next
big
to
guy's dead,
2 of
right?
them?
Huh? Yeah.
The big guy's not dead, right?
Nope.
All right. I'm still next to 2 spooters. So, give me 2 con saves, please.
Dos for Danyas.
Is the one that's Bane still up? Because he might need a. Because if he is, he needs to take a minus 1d4 to that save.
Depends on which one got banned.
Yep.
That'll fail. That'll succeed. So then
Okay.
the one that failed is going to take 1d6 radiant damage as some chains shoot out. And it'll take 1 point of damage. And then the whip is going to fucking try to beat up a motherfucker. And by that I mean a spider.
Nope. So you guys see Decima shoot out along a
Oh,
strand.
You have you're blessed.
Does that work with spiritual weapon? I
It's
guess it
all
would.
attack.
Okay.
Yes, it was.
13.
Hits.
All right. The same is the same spider I've been trying to hit up, or No, I think
I
when-
honestly really fucked up and didn't put down where your spiritual weapon is.
okay,
So...
just have it hit the one I just hit as well.
Okay.
6 points of damage.
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 Okay. So this looks like it hit a bit more hardy. So like for a moment, your word of radiance echoes around, and it like you see a small tiny chain brand appear on the top of the spider's head, and it chitters for a moment, almost seeming amused at the weakness before it suddenly shrieks out in pain as behind it gets completely fucking just whipped by this cat o' nine tails of fate chains, and the chains wrap around 2 of its hind legs and yank it off, saying the thing kind of falling on its face and shrieking in pain. But it is still technically alive, it's just suffering.
It
A lot.
needs to suffer more. Hasn't suffered enough. No, that's not.
This poor spider was summoned out of the fucking rot by like some dude, and now this one spider is having a terrible, horrible, no good, very bad day.
Somehow I'm okay
Alright.
with that.
Next turn. Right?
Yeah, then it's gonna be Promise's turn.
Yep. All right. There are no spiders directly next to me anymore, correct?
No.
Okay. How far to the big bad druid guy?
He is 20 feet away from you.
Beautiful. Can I get to him without provoking outs from the spiders?
Don't worry about it.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I will go ahead and run up to him. As I do, I will go ahead and bonus action Crimson Right. So let me roll my damage. 3 points of damage. All right. Covering my longsword with shards of Eldritch Ice, and I'm going to go a big two-handed overhead swing on top of this thing's skull.
Yes.
It's still held, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Hang on. You have advantage. Any
Yes.
attack that hits the creature is critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet of it, and you have advantage on the attack roll.
You also have blessed.
Yeah, I'll say you
And-
bless.
oh, yeah. You already roll with advantage, I'm done.
14.
14 does not hit.
Damn it.
You could have fucked this boyo up.
Oh, I really, really could have. Okay. That's my turn. Bonus action.
Jesse,
Yes.
does Arabelle still have? Arabelle still has two uses of her little reaction thing.
Oh, she does. Yeah. we'll portent that. So feel free to re-roll that, or I guess she makes a d20 roll.
Yeah, and then it's gonna replace whatever Promise rolled.
Why are you having me roll for her?
She doesn't roll them. She does not roll good. I tried.
Not her. I don't roll good. I haven't rolled shit today.
I didn't roll good for her either. That like 2 times she's tried it so far. It's been always under 10. This girl is a horrible fated ally.
I don't blame her. I blame me.
I blame you not praying to Avery properly.
Yeah, but don't ever worry about running away from opponents nearby me. Remember, I do have protection.
Crazy. We don't care how many condoms you have.
I don't have the condoms. They use them on me.
I thought you were gonna go somewhere else with that. I don't have condoms. I don't need them. I mean, paladins are immune to disease.
Yes, they are.
That's something Crew Cat could have used once upon a time.
He did get his amulets of proof against.
But I'm also a follower of Sune.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you aren't a follower of fucking. Oh God,
I
what
would
was?
imagine Soon probably is very adamant about her followers practicing safe sex. But
Yes.
What was the name of Averial's deity? The one that wanted people to get pregnant? Like, you aren't a follower of that deity. Turn order. Whose is it?
I
I
gotta
got
roll.
off track.
We gotta
Yeah.
roll again.
Or wait, no, he gets to go because he hasn't made a save this round.
Oh, he hasn't made. Okay.
No, he's not.
Well, he was the start. He was the first person, right?
Yeah.
No, I made the spiders go first. This one.
Okay.
$13 for fucking initiative. 4 does not save against the whole person. He is suddenly rolling awfully. Yes. It's a recliner. I can't get up. Oh God, no! People can watch me struggle. Look away! Look away!
Yeah. See, this was a mistake.
Roll your initiative.
Oh, I was too entertained. I even had it typed up. Yep, there. I still can't roll today.
Plan. You guys plan.
All right. I think. Oh yeah, I can actually move away now.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be using dexterity saving throw cantrips on this guy since he can't seem to break out. Or do we want to focus on the spiders?
Oh, the spiders seem to be going down.
if we kill the big guy, it's possible the spiders might go away or at least lose their will to fight.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll just attack the big guy then.
Whether or not that's accurate, I don't know, but that seems to be the logical conclusion.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. By the way, DM, this guy, he looks, does he look more undead or does he look like a crazy person?
He looks like a crazy person.
Okay. Just checking. Just checking.
person. It's great. It's Barovia. They're all crazy.
It's also a very Zora
right.
thing to ask.
True.
Well, I mean, I have like 2 spells, and like one of them affects undead. So
Okay.
poison? No, it's acid. Okay. Are we good to go? Or
Yeah, because all Gloria's going to be worrying about is the spitters and making sure the spitters remain on her until such time there aren't any more spitters.
Okay.
Since she sees that everybody else, that people are already dealing with the druid. So her go will be just continuing to attack the spitters and hopefully maintaining a hold of her sword.
Never. No sword allowed.
Yeah,
All right.
apparently.
Oh,
I mean, at least this time I start the round with it in my possession.
True.
Maybe.
make your athletics checks. Because I'm just gonna roll them all at once and change because I don't
All
like
right.
the back and forth. It's easier.
So here's all of them prior to adding in Bardic, if necessary.
Yeah.
so no bless then.
Yep, without bless. So this is just 3 of those. So that's pass, and no, there wouldn't be any reason to throw a d6 onto the 13.
All
Yeah.
right. So
The first 2 passes, the second one.
that nat 20 is gonna make a special little event happen. So the first 2 miss, and the third one reaches out with its pincers, clicking angrily, and it grabs, like dead ass, grabs the handle of your sword and wrenches it out of your hand. And now there's a motherfucking spider with a sword in its mouth going. Like the spider has the sword in its mouth. It'd be hilarious if it wasn't so like mildly terrifying because this spider is like the size of you. Like this is like like the size of one of those like a mastiff dog. Like it's fucking. It's a giant
Yeah,
spider.
It's slightly terrifying.
It just happens to be ridiculous at the same time. So yeah, you have avoided being hit, but now your sword is being held by a spider in its mouth. And we go to the first round of turns.
Hey,
We gotta roll, or no, never mind. We already did roll. What am I thinking? First round. So I don't particularly need to do anything. I'm just kind of chilling.
I can have Midnight give advantage on a particular spider. So I'll have them, I guess, head over to the spider with the sword in their mouth and try to give advantage for whoever's going to do anything against that guy. And I'm just going to use Chill Touch on the paralyzed individual. Yeah. Take 2 points of
Oh boy.
necrotic damage. And they can't heal.
Okay. And that's on which spider?
No, this is on the druid guy.
Oh, on the druid dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's gonna call out cold hand, and a hand is going to appear and grasp the guy's shoulder.
As you call out cold hand, you see one finger at a time. On its shoulder is a skeletal hand that digs deep into its shoulder, and it's kind of like, huh, that normally doesn't look like that. And next turn.
The only thing I can do is just do an unarmed strike against the spitter and hopefully get my sword back.
You could cause it to do a. You can do a disarming attack, right?
Yeah.
Which is the unarmed strike
Ah.
with just the d20 plus my strength modifier. Hopefully,
Plus.
plus, yeah. Hopefully, hopefully causing it to fail an athletics or acrobatic check to hold on to the weapon. That's what I got for my part of it.
Yeah. So make your attack.
Okay.
I think you have advantage because of midnight.
All right. Advantage with my strength, and if necessary, my bardic that I still have. If it doesn't roll high enough. No, that's good. That's good. Okay, so it drops the sword. Yay!
Oh
I-
god damn.
So, Glory, you reach out, overcome with mild, with indignant fury over having your sword being taken by a goddamn spider, that you haul off and actually punch this spider right in the pincers, and you hear that same like almost like crackling poof noise as its pincer completely collapses and your sword flies out of its mouth and onto the ground.
Yay!
Punch, motherfucker.
Hmm.
And I believe that it's Druidy's turn now.
Fail to save.
God damn.
Yes.
Arabelle's got this guy on lock.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys can go. Also, I totally found my original sheet for my actual what I wanted Arabelle to be.
Mm.
But you know, we've already committed to giving a player a stat block, so
I guess I'll go with Decima quick.
I actually do like the stat block I ended up finding anyway.
I do like it. The two spiders still next to me, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Give me some con saves, please. Just gonna keep shooting more chains at people.
Whenever one of them takes a bane.
Okay, that fails and that fails.
Boom.
So they both take 3 radiant damage. And then the one that is Bane, because that's the one I hit last time and I've been hitting, is also going to be try to have their fucking legs pulled out. Am I still blessed,
Oh.
Cosme?
Yep, you are still blessed.
13!
That hits. The word of radiance burns into the creature's eyes, almost blinding it for a moment as coming up behind it, almost like a foreboding omen. The spiritual weapon lashes out, and this time each individual strand attaches to what remains of the spider's legs and pulling back with almost a wet ripping noise. The spider is completely relieved of all its legs, and the twitching abdomen and thorax slowly lose life. It's dead.
Yay!
And we
Hey.
go, but there are
Stupid
still
spider
two
to worry about.
clicking around.
Stupid clicky clackies.
Clicky clackies. Arabelle's turn, and then we roll again.
Well, Promise hasn't gone yet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Promise is next, then Arabelle.
And this guy's still held.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. So we're gonna try this again. I'm still blessed, right?
Yes, yes.
22.
Obviously hits.
Now this
And
is
that's an
critical
auto
damage.
crit.
All right, the last 2d4 is cold damage, so that's 22 points of damage, 7's cold.
Yeah.
You know what? You get a how do you want to do this moment because that instantly kills him.
Okay.
Even at full.
Like I said, it's a big two-handed overhead swing. Since my last time he was able to dodge it, I'm going to go for more of. I'm going to kind of feint off to the side, and instead I'm going to cleave through an arm and just lop the arm right off.
Nice.
The arm goes flying back into the forest, and you see only his eyes can move, and it twitches to the left, to the right, and up, gazing at the foreboding silhouette of Castle Ravenloft on the horizon before life fades from his eyes. The power that was holding him in place fades as his body crumbles to the ground. And as that does, the spiders that you all are fighting slowly begin to almost melt with decay, forming a pool at your feet.
Woo!
End of combat.
Zora is going to just back away from the gooey remains of the spiders, and she's just gonna whisper like "clean" on her shoes.
I'm gonna give like a mild cough and look over towards Zora, like a mine's getting me too kind of look.
Oh yeah. She's gonna head over to Promise and just say "clean."
Could you make a dexterity check for me, Zora?
To try and move around the stuff. Okay, dexterity check.
Mhm.
One of my best stats. Yeah.
So, Zora, as you're walking over, you're more focused on how dirty Promise looks, rather about where you're particularly placing your feet. And as you do so, you feel the soft ground become even softer, and suddenly you fall, like where your chest is level with the ground, as your left leg completely sinks into the ground, and it's cold and gooey and disgusting. But above all, what alarms you more is you feel your foot hit something hard.
I'm going to quickly back or at least try to back away.
Okay, so like you move slightly and like lift your leg out of the muck and roll over so that you don't fall again.
Well, guys, there's something underneath. Like my leg just went right through the ground, and I hit.
Like
something
everyone sees
hard.
this. Everyone sees you almost eat shit.
Aren't we in a swamp?
It's
Yeah,
kind
we
of
should be
swampy
careful,
conditions. You guys are near the shore of Lake Zarvich, and the woods and the ground is very soft.
Yeah, I would just
Did you
mention.
did you say you stepped on something hard beneath though?
Like what?
Like a
Maybe
rock?
like a rock or like wood.
It didn't
I don't know.
feel like a rock. It felt like kind of thin. Like it felt like you stepped almost on like a rod or something underneath.
How about we? You promised to clean me off afterwards. I'm gonna dig that thing up. I'm a little curious
I
to
could-
see what it is.
I will most certainly clean everyone off who wants to be clean. That is no issue.
I'm gonna like get down. Then I'm gonna go grab my longbow and my shield
Oh, wait,
first.
before you
And
do that, I could use one of my remaining spells, as long as we get a rest, to just see if I can launch it out.
We have no
If we want to do
idea
that.
if we're getting a rest.
I gave the 8-year-old 40 hit points.
Yeah. Yes, you did.
sure,
Enough, I guess.
Fine.
They have more hit points than I do.
They have more hit
Yeah.
points than most of us, or all
Any
of
of you.
us.
Well, then again,
All right.
she isn't gonna like really upgrade. I guess.
Yeah, I would say she's probably not scaling, so it's a little bit different.
Okay.
I mean, destined ally. She was supposed to be nutty. I just didn't realize how nutty. That I didn't like look that closely. Like my original estimation was 8, like on my sheet. But then again, I was gonna have her scale with you on this sheet. So
Mm-hmm.
you know what, nutty destined ally. No one saw that dramatic. Dang it. So what's going on right now? Sorry. I know you guys are digging, but like, what was the last thing that was said?
It sounds like a short rest,
No,
and then I'm gonna use my shield to pick this up.
no, he wants. Zora wants a
So I
long
was
rest,
saying
but
that I could if we want to avoid from getting like sucked in or any other possible mishaps, I could use a spell to try and see if I can launch whatever's down there up to where we are.
we have no idea the next time
But
we'll be able
I
to
would,
rest, though.
yeah, I would be totally out of spell slot after that though.
Then,
Or
then let's dig it up. It'll be messy, but we'll do it, and then we'll go ahead and go visit Jenny's and rest.
all right, sounds good.
All right, I'm gonna use my shield as a makeshift like scooper, and I'm gonna start trying to excavate this whatever she stepped on.
I'll do the same thing.
Okay.
I'll just keep an eye out for any more crazy people.
So you guys begin to dig. Make me just like a strength check to see like how long this is gonna take, so to speak.
A check.
Yeah, just make a strength check. Like I'm just gonna see how long this is. You know.
Okay. Non-athletics.
Okay. Oh wait, no, you guys are doing it together, so I'll have Ray roll with advantage.
Sure.
Oh,
We'll take the 9.
I just saw crazy roll. I was like, you know. Fucking hell, right? You need to stop with these
Alright.
nat ones. Oh, you watch. You know, you're gonna roll nat ones all the time, and then like we're gonna get to like the final boss fight, and you're gonna roll like 8 nat 20s in a row somehow. You're just building your power.
The last month or two, in everything I've done in any campaign, whether I'm a DM or a player, just my rolls have been entirely shit for the last month.
Have you been praying to Avray?
Apparently not successfully. I must have been cursed. Who cursed?
You know what? You might have pissed her off by not really hanging out with her favorite person anymore.
Maybe.
Just saying. So you and Glory work together using your shield and spend about 20 minutes digging. Considering Zora, we'll say that Zora's like what 5'5", 5'6".
I actually do have her height. Give me one moment.
Like that, we can figure out how long this girl's legs are.
I am 5'6". Yes.
Hey, look at that. So you know her legs are you know they're legs. They're a couple feet long. So you have to dig for a bit. You spend about 20 minutes digging up this soft ground wall. So try like you know not getting sucked in. It's getting softer the more you dig in. You're kind of digging around a bit, not quite on the mark. And after about 20 minutes, Promise, you see from the muck, gazing up at you, is a half-rotted skeletal face with, you know, the smile that you know creepy corpses have.
I see. But only half rotted?
Yeah, like on its face is like there's almost like mummified skin, and it slowly begins to like turn to a liquid before on like its jaw and its right eye is just pale white bone.
I see.
And as you uncover the body, Zora, you're pretty sure what you hit was a bone, considering its body is kind of in a very weird, almost akimbo position, laying in the muck there. However, with the partial preserved face, as you dig it out completely, you notice It's the clothes it's wearing is still completely preserved, and it has a pack with it.
I will grab the bag and I'll start rummaging through it.
Give me one
I have
sec.
no problems with looting the dead.
Yeah, sorry guys. I thought it was gonna be like a staff or like a rod or something, maybe that was buried in the ground. But hopefully we get something.
Completely understandable.
I'm gonna be cleaning people off at this point.
Damn it. Damn it. I blame Jesse for this one.
What did I do?
You didn't add something to something that you usually do, so now I have to go search for something. I don't want to tell you because it's going to ruin the thing.
Well, you do that. I really need to step back. I'll be right back.
Okay, enjoy. Don't fall in.
Wondering what I didn't add.
Tell well when I have eyes. Oh, God.
By the way, question, Dion.
Yeah.
For the clothes, have we seen anyone in Barovia wearing these clothes in particular, or like how?
I will be able to describe the clothes in a moment when I find the thing I'm looking for. It's very unfortunate that I have to search so hard for this specific thing, considering Jesse's usually so good about these kind of things.
Again, I don't know
Ha!
what I didn't do.
There we go. Okay, so you see, well, wait till Ray's back.
Okay.
I'm back.
Okay, welcome back. So here I am about to describe this corpse. You see, what little skin's left. It's actually kind of pretty. It's very pale skin with swirls of light blue. And it takes you a minute, but you feel that this person was an Ergonasi. And the clothes he's wearing, they seem like adventurer's garb. There is, places that are reinforced by leather, and he has one very heavy, like one hand that's covered with like very heavy duty gloves that seem to be meant to resist a lot of different substances. And his pack on him, it's somehow perfectly preserved. Whatever was on his left side seemed to have been perfectly preserved by whatever this is. You see, strapped to the pack are a few glass vials that contain different substances.
I have proficiency in alchemist supplies, so I'm going to take those and start looking over them, and I'll hand the rest of the bag off to whoever wants to take it.
Okay. Just the vials, and then you'll hand off the pack.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I want to look over those. I presume with proficiency in alchemist supplies and my arcana skill, I can probably identify these. So
Yeah. There we go. I'm pretty sure there's a thing on alchemist. Gotta love 5e tools. Makes things so much.
are you looking for the Xanathar's Guide tools rules?
I'm kind of looking for like what you can create with alchemist tools. I know there's a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Poisons,
The
potions
Xanathar's
are
Guide.
the typical things that DMs allow.
Okay.
Let me pull it up. Other options. Features. Blog. No, that's not the one. Give me just a sec.
Oh no. Oh, no. Chrome can't crash right now. Okay, phew.
Here we go. Okay, so there's the tool proficiencies section inside of Xanathar's Guide.
Okay, I actually do have a thing. I was like looking up something. But so what's in these vials is actually two. They are the exact same thing. They are a dark purple liquid that seems to almost fizz as if carbonated.
So they're both the same.
And you can make a investigation check with your alchemist supplies to like an intelligence check with your alchemist supplies in order to identify what it is.
Intelligence plus proficiency.
Yeah, which there is a DC for that in the
What is
alchemist supplies thing that I can look up.
+2 plus.
Yeah, to identify a substance is DC 15. Look at me. Apparently, it's also a DC 15 to start a fire with alchemist supplies. You know, it's identifying a substance or identifying a poison, but this isn't really.
That's fine. If it's a fail, it's a fail. I'll pass it
I'm
off.
trying to figure out whether this would be defined as a poison or a substance. Fuck it. I wanna, you know, I want you to know what it is anyway, because, you know, I like you. And I like when players know what my stuff is that I give them because it's cool stuff. So this, as you look at it a bit more and like you kind of like swirl it a bit, you notice that the dark purple as you swirl it around turns more of a red. And you see that the carbonation bubbles in it almost seem to solidify. They begin to like darken and almost clot like blood. Identifying the substance it takes you a moment, but just from what you could guess the materials are that go into this, you believe that this might have the ability to cure lycanthropy. So for all intents and purposes, you can add this to your character sheet. And who's looking through the pack?
There's two of them, right?
I'll look through
Like he had one bag on him.
There's two of these potions, right?
Yeah, there's two of the potions.
I suppose I could rummage through the bag.
All right, so rummaging through the bag, you find adventuring gear. You know, in general, a lot of it's old, and you find what you think one might have been a alchemist supply kit. There's beakers and you know, flint and certain things to extract things. You also find in the gunk a few feet away from him is a hunting trap, but the two things that catch your eye within this pack, there's a black wooden pipe, very elegantly carved, as well as a pocket watch.
Hmm. Can I open up the pocket watch?
Yeah. As you open it up, you see it's very intricately carved. Like there's like intricate like metalwork, and it seems to be accurate. It's currently displaying about 4:30, and you'd wager it's that late in the afternoon if you had to guess. And the beyond the face of the clock is a like beautiful watercolor of a brown wolf.
Hmm. Seems these were somebody's belongings. Having fun there?
Yes, I am. when did it click?
Oh, the moment you started describing it, I already fucking knew.
Okay,
And I'm
good.
like, damn. I was like, that's not fair.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair.
I was like, man, rest in peace.
It's fair.
It's not fair.
You
One
also
thing-
didn't have an unusual pirate games thing. You had it
Yes.
separate under just Gus, so I had to go
Yes,
fucking
Because
look.
I forgot about this.
Lost.
Hmm?
I said I'm lost.
Yeah, you and Crazy both.
It
That-
was, yeah. It's because so the series I ran while you were away for a bit, Ray.
Oh,
I had
gotcha.
everybody make characters and run through Death House. And Jesse made a character that actually survived. So I decided at that point when he survived that I would throw in at some point later, what happened to him after that, like what his exploits were. You guys also find a
Sweet.
journal.
What we do?
Yeah,
Cool.
there's a journal because fuck it.
Destin would definitely grab that. It's
On the
useful information.
it's like a plain black journal, and on the front is like inlaid in the leather. It just says Gust.
Okay. She'll start flipping through it just to see if there's anything she can find out about Strahd or the land of Barovia.
But there's quite a bit of musing about. You scoff a bit because it seems actually a bit edgy. He talks a lot about being a monster, and how he's evil inside, and he can't keep himself from living for the thrill of the hunt. But you do find exploits of a cursed house, and freeing trapped spirits within. Before there's more exploits of finding a lost child who was afflicted with an even worse curse than him. This child was forced to turn into a wolf by night, a very painful process where they lost their mind. And it details the exploits over a series of years of finding camaraderie with this child's family, and settling in a small cabin in the woods near the town of Valaki. It speaks of the town being a military bastion against the vampire lord who rules over the region. And it speaks of his research through the years. And the final entry is about his magnum opus. Finally, the cure for this child. And how he was on his way to deliver it.
I point to the potions that Promise has taken. Those are meant to cure a child of lycanthropy.
Is the conclusion that I came to as well.
Well, no, like specifically, they were meant for a child.
As in a particular child.
That's what the journal says, yes.
Can I
we know-
determine in any way how old this body is?
Make a medicine check.
That's actually what Zora was about to ask.
You
Ah,
can also make a medicine
maybe.
check, Zora, or one of you
Well-
can give the other advantage.
Zora was just going to ask Decima to see if there's any dates in the book about how long ago this might have been.
Can I find any dates? Well, would we even know what day it was in this world?
There is no dates within the journal, and you guys know your current date, actually. You know, the pinned message that you guys know is the 18th day of chess.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure that my 3 means I don't know how old the body is.
Zora?
I can try, but medicine's not my strong suit.
You guys can't really tell between the perfectly preserved side and the skeletal remains of the other. It's kind of a medical mystery to you that how this isn't the way that a body decomposes at all.
The other side, it is possible that the body is old or young. It's quite possible that whatever child these potions were meant for were no longer alive.
I mean, like, if you think about it, like the only wolf individual that we came across was the guy we fought, right? I mean, could they possibly be a werewolf or be
I
that same
wouldn't-
child? I mean, why else would the body be out here?
I wouldn't say only.
This is the only one we are certain of so far, I believe.
No, I know of one more. There is a child inflicted with lycanthropy over at Madame Ava's.
This I did not know.
No.
Not Jenny's, not Madame Ava's.
Or, yeah, Jenny's, not man. Yeah,
Just gonna,
too many NPCs.
Shut up. It's
Well,
an
no,
NPC heavy campaign.
Well,
It
so is mine. I get it. I know I didn't share it because it was a child that told me that their friend was inflicted by it. It's
Oh,
possible we could go help them.
that sounds like a good idea. I'm tired. I think we're all a little tired.
There are 2 of them. I propose we do that with the first, and while I'd be loath to hang on to get rid of the second, perhaps we could use the second potion to talk to the wolf that we encountered earlier. Clearly, it is a bit of a rough battle. Maybe we can bypass such a thing by convincing it that we have a cure for whatever ails it.
We could try. We have no idea, but it's not. There's nothing wrong with that.
Suppose we hang on to the second in case one of us comes across the need for such a thing.
Also a good idea.
Sure. Oh, sorry. Zora's gonna head over to Promise and say clean, and Promise is not saying.
I appreciate it. Now let us go and take care of the next portion of our travel then.
Yes, let's.
So marching order is still the same with Arabelle sandwich in the middle and
Yes.
I would like to go over to Arabelle before we start traveling. Arabelle,
Okay.
that what you did back there in that fight, that was amazing. Like, well done on holding that guy in place. I was not expecting you to be able to do that. Or is there anything else that you can do?
I can do a few things. What I did there, it's something that's not really precise. It's suspending fate for a single person. It takes a lot out of me. I can't do it very often, but I did it.
It's really cool. And she'll like pat Arabelle on the back. So
She gets like a little shiver in her eyes, like lose focus for just a second, and then she shakes again and is back.
oh, wait, each time we touch you, does it happen again?
Yes and no. It's mostly stuff that I didn't really pay attention to. Usually, I'm
Oh.
pretty good about observing your actions, but
Okay, so I won't touch you anymore.
no, it's okay. It's okay. I'm not lost. Just
So the little one sees things if you touch her, or if she touches things. Is that
I
correct?
see your entire past,
Okay, I won't touch you.
and that includes
It's-
objects.
It's rather disconcerting, and yes, it appears she has little control over it. So,
Did you know
don't-
that hell can be cold?
I do now.
I didn't know either until, I found out.
Yes. Well, there's things that you don't need to worry about seeing with me, so I will just keep myself to myself.
She leans back and looks you up and down. Jesse, can you make an insight check for her?
Mm-hmm. What would be her insight? Okay.
She looks you up and down, and her eyes focus on like a little bit of a trace of a hickey on your neck from your exploits. You have a lot of sex, don't you?
Yes.
Okay, let's just go on.
And that's
there.
what. Then that would be the reason why I'm going to keep to myself.
And you guys continue traveling. Do you guys
stare into the back of this child's head as she tries.
She looks back at you at one point, like kind of almost feeling that you're watching her. Yeah?
Nothing.
Hmm?
It is nothing. Continue walking.
Make a deception check.
Okay.
Jesse, can you roll an insight for her again?
Mm-hmm.
Since I put you in charge of doing her rolls.
Hey,
If you say so.
Ooh.
So, Decima, what did you do with the stuff you found?
I think it would. She would keep it to maybe try and figure out if she can find out who knew this person. Maybe.
Okay, so you now have the pipe that you know what the pipe is, and then
Yes.
that pocket watch.
Yep, and his journal.
Mhm.
Yes, I do know what the pipe is. My favorite.
All right. And I will tell you more about the pocket watch later, but for now it's just a silver pocket watch. So you guys are going to travel for about 4.5 more hours. And you're starting to feel very weary from the amount of walking through this annoying terrain. When you once again decimate, you feel as if you're being watched.
I'm going to try to like look around but keep moving, not alert anybody.
Perception check, please.
I actually rolled the wrong perception last time I was asked. But yes, my dice continue
You
to
do
be
not
great.
see anything.
It's
You
just
you
all
find
in my
yourself
head.
scanning the tops of the trees and the overcast sky, and you pop open that pocket watch to check the time before closing it again. And you guys continue moving. It is about 10:30 in the evening when you finally make it to Jenny's hut. You know, it has been dark for about a half hour, and you are weary when you finally get there.
Is
You
anything
approach the
you wanna-
familiar. Sorry, what?
Just before we approach, I want to look and give a quick cursory glance to make sure nothing seems off.
Okay, make a perception check.
That'd be 13 plus 2, so 15.
Okay. You do notice oddly, even though it's late in the evening, all the lights on the bottom floor are on. Like there's a candle in every window, and you see several figures moving around inside.
So nothing seems particularly off. All right.
You guys approach the house, stepping past the line of toadstools once more. Glory, you feel a slight shiver down your spine as you do this, but shake it off easily.
Okay. Okay.
And you guys approach the door.
Before we get to the door, Zord's gonna look toward Glory. Glory, did we tell you about this place, by the way?
Not really.
Okay. So it's basically like an orphanage of sort. It actually is an orphanage. They have a protective barrier that helps keep things out, which I think we might have passed through at this point. They're nice people overall, but in my opinion, the owner is a little fishy. But that's yeah, like there's more to her than it seems, in my opinion. But yeah, so just a heads up.
Thank you.
All right, so let's go and knock on this door, I guess.
Yeah.
Knock, knock, knock.
One sec. Something just occurred to me.
Uh-oh.
I need a minute of intense scribbling. Pardon me.
Okay.
Let's see. So in terms of the children there, we have there's a couple. I think they're expecting. The majority of the kids there are, I think, are like 12 and under. Majority like 8 to 6, with a couple of people like 4 to 3. I think there's like 10 of them, if I remember correctly. Yeah, they're nice. They all seem relatively happy compared to the rest of everyone we've met. They also have pastries, homemade pastries that taste really good. Should we get pastries, guys? I mean, we don't have our friend who was able to turn on the charm time.
Okay. Sorry. Something just occurred to me. That is a really great plot twist that I had to write down before I forgot it. So, you guys are at the front door of Jenny's and you're knocking?
Yes.
Okay. You hear quiet murmuring from inside, and as you knock, suddenly all the sound goes completely silent, and you hear shuffling before a slight creak as the door opens, and behind the door is actually a familiar face to you, Decima. The same person you had your little late night chat with. Which, do you remember the NPC's name?
Hell
Because I don't think I
no.
actually wrote down that you had that conversation, but I did write down like. Other
I just
stuff, so I
remember
can kind
it
of deduce.
was a young male.
Mm.
And I
If we need
believe
someone to be charming,
and I
can do charming.
believe the cursed one was female. The lycanthrope one was female.
Yeah.
Question, DM. Yeah, this place is called Needing Hands Home for the Expecting and Neglected, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent. I wrote that down.
Do me a favor, write this down on your character sheet, Jesse.
Okay.
It is Alec.
Say it again.
A-L-E-K.
Alek.
Alec. A-L-E-K. Because that's the only one I wrote down that fits the description that I remember actually describing to you.
Yeah, I only wrote the name of the pregnant woman.
All right. So, Alec opens the door and he blinks twice at you and like gives like a small smile. You're back.
We are.
Did you come in? And he moves to the side, like looking very curiously at Glory.
Hello there.
She's with us. Don't worry about her.
Okay.
Don't worry about me.
Jenny's in the kitchen with she's a little busy, so she might be a second. And you notice that on the front as you guys walk in on the front stairs, there are a handful of kids there. You guys easily recognize Melly and Mari, the two twins that were from the bakery shop that you first met, sitting with the older pregnant woman from dinner. You also notice a handful of other children just kind of gathered around very quietly.
What's going on?
They kind of look to each other and before slowly looking to the eldest of them, and she places a hand on her stomach for a moment before looking at you all. We have new children, and who are going to be staying here, and Jenny is helping them right now in the dining room.
Okay. Alec, where's your friend that you told me about?
Hang on. And he like gives you like a bit of a weird look before he runs off for a moment, and I need to double check. There's Alec there.
I don't know if you gave me her name.
I don't. I honestly don't think I did.
think you did, because I think he
pregnant
was
woman?
being defensive.
Yeah.
Wait, the one who's pregnant?
No. This is the name of the girl that got cursed with lycanthropy. But I don't think it was given. Like, because this is something he
Yeah,
talked to you about in
I got it.
private. Oh.
Mhm.
See, I very specifically wrote down all their ages and whatnot and small descriptions about certain things, so it's very easy for me to remember the story about them. so
Yep.
that so he comes back with a little blonde girl still in her pajamas. She looks to be about his age, and she's carrying a bit of a demented looking wolf plushie. Its tongue sticking out to the side, and there's little like plushy rabies foam coming out of its mouth, and its eyes look like are like looking different ways.
Mhm.
And she's holding that in one hand and is looking like confused and tired like the rest of the kids, but
All right.
she's holding Alex's hand and like kind of like standing a step behind him.
All right. I will.
This is Vasha.
Hi, Vasha. Decima will like crouch down to be more at eye level with them. Alec told me about your little secret. Do you want that to stop?
She like looks between you and Alec, like hopeful, unsure. There's a lot of emotions that seem to be going across her face before like she like steps a bit like closer to you. Can you help?
I believe so. We found something that was meant to cure it for a child. I don't know if you were the intended one, but I don't see a reason why we can't help you because I know you need it.
Oh. Okay.
I will turn to Promise. Promise, can you give me one of those potions we found?
I'll hand one over with a nod and like a smile from someone who's not very great at smiling towards the kid.
Alright, I'll take it and then, like, uncork it. I need you to drink this. It probably is not going to taste good.
That
Drink the whole
like
thing.
blood.
In experience, most things don't taste good that are good
Mo-
for you.
Wait a second. Zora, you said before that you have ability to make things taste different.
Is that
Wait, what was
blood?
it? Oh
Um,
yeah, I do.
it
look,
looks like
think-
it, but it is not.
No, actually, what's the side of it is like do you like strawberries?
I'm allergic to strawberries.
Do you like raspberries?
What do you like?
What do you like?
I like chocolate.
Oh, okay. So, what's inside here is liquid chocolate. Okay?
I'm 10. I'm
chocolate
not
looks-
that gullible.
No. Like, it tastes like it. Here, like,
Look,
Um,
just trust me. It'll taste like chocolate. It's not blood. I wouldn't feed you blood.
Little one, it looks this way to prevent people from having the delicious chocolate that's inside.
She's not dumb. It's going to cure
You know Jenny's like a baker, right? I'm not that stupid.
No.
And like she's giving
No.
Glory like this look like she's the stupidest person she's ever seen in her
No.
life.
I'm gonna
No.
put a hand on her head. Look. It is medicine.
Like when you go to like do that, she flinches really hard.
Okay, I pull my hand away. Look, it's medicine. I know it looks like blood, and sometimes medicine doesn't look very good. My friend can make it taste better. He'll make it taste like chocolate, and it will help you. I promise you.
She like looks to Alec for a minute. And then he like leans in. And Decima, you can hear this, but the rest you can't. I know that they're weird, but I promise at least the one with the red dress is like really cool. And she gives him like this look, and she's like, okay. And she takes the vial and she drinks it.
before she does, I'm going to say, chocolate. Putting putting up my little prism, and I'm gonna like point to it. I'm gonna like whisper chocolate to make
Okay.
the drink taste like chocolate.
Okay.
With prestidigitation.
All right. So she takes it and she drinks it, and she makes like this weird face. It's almost like she's conflicted. Huh. It kind of does taste like chocolate,
I'm telling you.
and it seems like she starts to actually have trouble breathing, and she begins to cough. And in an instant, you notice, Zora, you recognize this person as the one that you had a conversation with, or was it Thea? Who went onto the porch really early in the morning? Was it
That was
Zora or
Thea.
Thea?
That was Thea.
Okay, never mind. Okay, so nobody recognized. But there is like an older teen who comes out of the back. She has very short, cut hair, and it almost looks like she did it herself. And it's dark brown, and she comes over as Vasha, yeah, as Vasha like
Vasha.
starts to cough violently and like sit back, and Alec is like really freaked out for a moment, and you see like this older girl come out of nowhere and like fall to her knees next to Vasha and just goes, "What the fuck did you do?" And like she starts trying to like pat her on the back to like help her breathe.
She'll
and
be
stuff.
fine in a moment. It's something to cure the curse.
She keeps coughing and actually begins to start clawing at her throat as you see sweat start to pour down her face. And Alec looks like he's like wanting to trust you, but this is terrifying. And the new girl, as well as everybody on the stairs, is like just in shock. Like they look almost like they want to attack you, but at the same time they don't know what the hell's going on. And it's this tense silence for about a minute as Anya like tries to, I'm naming her because fuck it, she tries to help Vasha before Vasha actually passes out in Anya's arms.
I'm going to place a hand on her just to try and make sure that she is still, that I know she is alive.
Yeah, she's breathing really harshly and she's still sweating,
Okay.
but she is alive.
Alright. Look, I don't intend to kill her, and I don't know what this is going to be like for her to go through this. But it will cure her, and I promise you of that. If you guys see anything worse from her, you can let me know, and I will use everything in my power to make sure she pulls through. She should be fine. Let her rest. Effectively, my understanding is she's fighting off the disease now. Put her in her bed, and somebody keep watch of her. And again, if anything turns, you can come get me, and I will use my magic to help her.
The girl picks up Vasha and she gives you this really, like, she does not trust you at all. If she dies, you're gonna wish you're fucking dead. And she goes upstairs.
More than you know.
Alec like looks between you and then like his friend going upstairs and then you and then his friend going upstairs before he like gives you like a little like half bow, like thank you. He like goes and runs after them.
She just
And you
nods.
just see like the pregnant like older teen and a bunch of other kids just kind of like looking at you with wide eyes, like they have no idea how the fuck to take this.
If you don't trust me, let me know and I can prove to you. But other than that, we should probably go speak to Jenny in a bit. She just says that out loud to the children.
If you know a lot about medicine stuff, maybe you can help her. Why don't you go talk to Jenny? And that's the older chick talking. The pregnant one.
I know a bit. We'll try to help out.
She like pulls like one of the smaller kids closer to her. Like they know you, but they only met you once.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And then like you come back and like it almost looks
Oh.
like you killed someone.
She understands. She's just still Decima, where it's just,
Yeah. I love this. You guys found a random vial in the woods. Like, yeah, this will probably cure lycanthropy, and just give it to the next kid you see.
somebody
Anyway,
has
so
no
do you
reason to
guys
lie
go-
in their journal. Is my thought process.
Okay, so you
Promise.
guys go.
Oh,
Doesn't register that this might be a bad idea.
what are you gonna do?
Wait, what?
I said promise just didn't register that it might be a bad idea.
No, Decima. I am not proficient, but I have nature and medicine and enough medicine that I'm like, she would probably know that sometimes medicine is harsh on the body, and so that's what she
Especially
assumed.
considering this particular thing.
Yeah, exactly. So she was just like, well, she was ready to cast Zone of Truth and just prove to everybody that she wasn't lying.
So do you guys go into the dining room?
Unless anybody else has something to do.
It was on the other side what I was looking for earlier.
I'm gonna whisper toward the my companions. Is that potion what is doing what it's supposed to be doing, or like are we totally missing something here?
I would assume so. You have to understand that this is a very strong affliction, and sometimes medicines that are meant to counteract things tend to cause adverse reactions. Her body is effectively fighting it off now with the help of the medicine, so she went into shock and is sleeping now, so she can rest and use her strength for that. She should pull through, and like I said, if push comes to shove, I will use all of my power to help her.
Why are there so many kids here?
What are you? No, you weren't with us last time.
Mirabelle, this is a orphanage of sorts. More so a place to help kids out who are in need.
I just realized Cosme's fan is doing that thing again, and I got completely distracted.
Homo turn. That really constitutes.
So you guys are going properly into the dining room. So you see Jenny and the older boy from before, as well as another teenage boy. They're all sitting at the table. The older boy, the partner of the pregnant girl, he's holding an infant in his arms that's crying softly, like very softly, and he's like trying to calm her, while Jenny and the slightly younger but still teenage boy have a big old like wash basin on the floor, full of hot water, and they're trying to like rub the arms of this young boy who is actually buck naked in the tub. Like they're both just sitting there, just kind of like rubbing his arms like vigorously, essentially. And the boy's just kind of sitting there quiet. His lips are a little bit blue and he's shivering violently.
Well, hello, Jenny. What's going on? I say as I
She
walk in.
flinches, like, and then looks to you as if she didn't expect you to be here. And she looks frazzled. Her hair has like some flyaways, and she's in her nightgown as well. A very clear contrast to the composed amongst the chaos woman that you saw your previous visit here. Decima, what did I? Oh, no. It was what? It was like the. It was the same voice that.
The
Decima,
Grand.
I didn't expect you. Bear with me while I figure out the voice.
That sounded like the voice.
I'm thinking because I did the same kind of voice that Hannah did for her old lady,
Mhm.
the housekeeper. So I was like,
Well, it's not just me. We're all here along with a new companion and lost a different one. But it's fine for you not to expect me. Again, what is going on here? Can I ask and maybe help?
this little boy, he was outside in the cold with his sister. We're trying to warm him up. I'm scared my magic's going to be too much of a shock to him.
Hmm. Could I think of ways that I might know to properly heat somebody up?
What they're doing seems about right.
Okay. Well,
You know, and you aren't extremely experienced with curing hypothermia, but
well, you seem to be on the right track. How long have you been at this?
about half of an hour at this point.
Okay.
I managed to save his fingers.
Is there anything we can do to help?
Um, she doesn't seem to know how to answer. And she's just kind of again, you have never seen her so frazzled before.
What's going on, Jenny? There's more to this.
Well, a boy comes to you and late at night with a baby and a story. It shakes someone.
What was the story?
Is this really the time? She just snaps at you.
What can you do besides talk? You have to keep your hands full helping the boy, and you said there's nothing that I can do to help or my companions, so you might as well tell us the story so maybe we can figure out some way to help. In fact, I can take care of the boy while you talk if you'd like.
Oh, I suppose. And you see that the mid teenage boy takes one hand off of the kid in the tub and like makes an odd hand gesture to Jenny, and she shakes her head and makes another gesture back.
All right, I'll go to help.
She murmurs a few words to the boy in the tub before sitting in a chair nearby. Kate. I don't know what she said either.
I think she said popovers. Keep going,
Yeah,
though.
it does smell like it. And train of thought. Occasionally, she'll cast prestidigitation on the tub to kind of keep it warm. And she sits down. This is Daniel. Yeah. Something horrible happened to him, and he attempted to get to the town of Valaki. But the gates were closed. He almost died in the night air coming here. It was only because he crossed into the property line that I even knew he was here. He and his sister could have died out there.
So it really is just hypothermia then?
Of course.
I don't know, you just seemed very out of sorts, which is unlike you.
His mother had plans to do awful things to him and his sister. You don't hear that sort of thing every day.
So I'm assuming Daniel's the older kid that's still in the room.
Daniel is the kid in the tub. You know the older boy who's in the room to be Casey. He's with the pregnant.
How old is the
half-elf
boy in the
Elena.
tub?
The boy in the tub, you guess, is maybe 7 or 8.
Okay, so I can't.
And then there's the other boy who's also helping up warm the younger boy, and he's probably 15, 16.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna ask Daniel to. I don't want to hear about that unless you want me to help the mother. But I don't
I'd rather not repeat it in front of
I know.
such young children. And she looks over to Arabelle.
Arabelle will be fine. She's seen worse. She's traveling with us. She's going to help us on our mission. But here, let me see. I wonder if I heal the boy, if it'll help. My magic is weaker than yours, they would believe.
Do we have any good way to judge just how powerful this woman is?
She
Other than the
has a
fact that-
fucking property sanctified.
Yeah. Other than that,
Zora would know a bit more to gauge how powerful she is, but whether Zora would share that with the group or not is completely up to Zora.
By the way, Zora did not go upstairs to talk with Jenny. She is not dealing with that.
Oh, you're still on the porch? We're not upstairs, we're just in the dining room.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
it was-
it's still on the porch then.
Okay.
If I
Or
heard
in the
Jenny
front room.
outside the
Like
door-
you guys were in the front room,
Oh,
so
okay, the
you're
front
still
room.
back in the front room, like on the near the kids who are on the stairs. Then.
Okay.
yeah, that's where Zora would be.
Okay,
Zora's
so
not-
like to give you a better idea, so there's like the front porch,
Yep.
and then like you walk in, and then there's the stairway and like an
Mhm.
entry room,
Okay.
and then off to the right side is the dining room, and the left side is the living room.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the tub
So-
is upstairs, or
No,
where's
it's
they, they have like a wash. They have like
Yeah.
one of those like metal wash tubs in the dining room. Like they might have dragged it from the kitchen.
then Zora would have head to the living room.
Okay. When you walk in the living room, you see two younger boys, barely awake, sitting on one of the couches. They look up kind of blearily at you, blink a few minutes, and they seem to recognize you almost before leaning back. And you see between them, like swaddled in a blanket, is a very young girl with blonde pigtails who is asleep. None of them are probably older than 7. They're young. From what you could like guess with all the kids on the stairs and around the front room, pretty much every kid is like in the house is downstairs.
I'll just raise my finger up and just quietly say, and I'll just make my way over to a spot and sit down.
Okay. When you do so, Mr. Midnight walks across the living room and sits near the trio of kids curling up on one of their laps and purring.
Sounds good.
We go back to the dining room. About a half hour passes before Daniel stops shaking and his eyes slowly close as he gives in to exhaustion. And Jenny has a blanket and a towel and clothes and whatnot for him. Did you want to ask anything else of her, or is it just going to be that kind of awkward silence that usually accompanies traumatic situations.
I'm going to. Yeah, I will say. We would like to stay the night, Jenny. Again, I also afraid I put a different one of your children in their bed as well. The one that was bitten. We gave her a cure, but it's putting a lot of strain on her body.
A cure.
Yes.
All right.
I've offered I will heal anybody that needs it. I told them to keep an eye on her, and if she needs help, I would go immediately because it is on me.
Casey, dear, go send everybody upstairs to bed. It's been a long night. And the older boy nods and murmurs goodnight to you guys as he moves by with the infant still in his arms. Zora, you hear from the main hall a bit of a quiet conversation before everybody seems to move upstairs, and an older boy holding an infant like peeks his head into the living room looking over at the kid sleeping on the couch, and then you, before shaking his head and walking away.
She's gonna try to like raise her hand. Excuse me. Is there a place where I can be like alone for like an hour or so? Whether it's like the outhouse or like just in general.
We're all going upstairs right now, so the downstairs bathroom should suffice.
Thank you.
Yeah. He shakes his head a bit and leaves.
Zora is going to head over to that bathroom, check to see if there's a lock, and then if there is a lock, she will just close the door.
There's like
And-
one of those little like it's like straight but has a hook at the end and you latch it into a hole.
Gotcha.
You know those kind of locks. It's just like really
Yeah. Okay, so she'll just lock it and stay there for an hour. So
okay. Is there any significance, or did Zora actually want to be alone for an hour?
she actually wanted to be alone for an hour. She would have told that to Mr. Midnight. If anyone goes exploring, just let me know.
I'll be staying with these charming children. Alright, so you guys get Daniel dressed and wrapped up in a blanket, and Jenny pulls him into her lap, and you see her pull a bit of, almost looks like cinnamon out of her pocket before sprinkling it in front of his eyes, and he relaxes even farther into her hold. Is there anything else that you needed from me?
Nope, as long as we're allowed to stay.
Did you take care of the issue?
Yes and no.
We took care of it for a small time. It will not be permanent, but we plan upon resolving the situation permanently as soon as possible. Ooh. Do you know any more details about the wolves? One of them seemed a little strange.
They seem very coordinated. I was assuming there was a handler of some sort.
Oh, yes, they are very coordinated.
They were way too intelligent to be any garden variety wolves. I was hoping that you'd be able to find the source. She makes a gesture also to the mid-teens boy, the more like strange gestures with her hands, and he nods and makes a small gesture back, leaving the room and going upstairs, kind of like looking curiously at Arabelle as he goes. And Arabelle gives him like a little small wave. I've told you that all of my children here did not come to me from happy circumstances.
You did.
You're welcome to stay the night in the living room.
Thank you. That's all we need.
I'm going to go put Daniel to bed, unless you have any other questions.
We should be fine, thank you. If you need any help from us, just ask.
Thank you. I'll see you in the morning.
Good night.
And she walks out of the room with easily handling this kid, even though sometimes she's either one of those little ladies that has surprising strength or, looks like, the wind could knock her over easily. I actually have a perfect visual for what she looks like. Jesse's gonna just kind of shake his head a little bit, but it's pretty accurate. We watched the movie recently. Yeah, so she takes Daniel upstairs, but Zora, you notice that she like peers in on the kids that are still in there and makes or you don't notice because you're still in the bathroom. You hear Mr. Midnight tells you that she pokes her head in to check on the kids before going upstairs. So yeah. What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna try to trance as soon as possible, so that way I can be up most of the night, just in case I am needed.
Yeah, I have no reason to do anything else, so resting is my priority as well.
Because I figure
Just
something's
checking.
gonna happen, it'll be later at night, so I want to be up for the second half.
Okay.
I'll take this time to attune myself to my sword.
Did I give you the extra shit with it or no?
No, because I wasn't attuned yet, so no.
Fucking magical weapons and shit. What is this, D&D?
I gotta find it. Okay, so you got the. Do you have What did I send you? God, I don't know what I sent you.
All you sent me was that it was a longsword, and that's magical.
Okay, so it's magical for the purposes of overcoming resistance, obviously. So now that you're attuned to it, you can cast Detect Evil and Good once per long rest. Congrats.
Yay, on top of my normal evil and good. I have multiple evil and good usage. Yay.
So watch order.
pick either first or last, depending upon who takes first.
I'll
Sorry.
take first watch.
You know, I almost want to ask why, Cosby.
You can find out later. I just
Oh,
want to let you
okay.
know.
You heard it here, guys. He told the DM. You can find out later.
Yeah, when no one else is here listening in.
You could message me.
Yeah.
Okay, I can message you. Zora is going to want to go second.
We only need 2 watches because we have 1 person trancing, correct?
Oh,
If we even need watches,
have an
if
elf.
you really want to.
okay. So Zora's just going to say.
Okay, do you guys feel safe, Jennies?
I don't feel particularly. I
There's
don't feel
also, you
completely
know,
safe
there's
anywhere
also
here.
like 3 kids on one of the couches too.
Yeah, I don't feel completely safe anywhere around here, so I'm gonna say no and take my first watch.
Okay. I'm gonna keep eating cheese balls with makeshift chopsticks. Keeps my hands from getting messy and also helps me work on my chopstick skills. It's like multiple birds with a single stone.
Genius.
You need chopstick skills.
Yes, because, you know, I've never eaten in anywhere that requires chopsticks. But
You need
if I
chopstick
ever,
skills?
yes, because if I ever eat sushi, I want to eat it with chopsticks. For me. Plus, again, you know, it prevents the dust. And it's, you know, a novelty. Let me have this.
I would look more into habits than skills to make sure you're doing chopsticks properly.
Yeah, I am. I'm holding one
being-
like a pencil, and yeah.
No. I mean, as in how and when and what to do when you're not using the chopsticks, because you can be disrespectful with chopsticks.
It's America.
Oh, but you're wanting chopstick skills.
You know what I'm doing when I'm not using my chopsticks? I'm jamming them in the cheese ball thing.
Oh, disrespectful.
So long ref.
I'm just saying, if you're going to learn how to use chopsticks, learn the proper etiquette for using chopsticks too. Don't do it just half-heartedly.
Why is? Well, you know, that's the question, Cosme. What are those motives?
Yeah.
Because I only, like, from what I remember, I have one motive for you.
Okay. I can flesh out more for you.
No, it's not that. It's a joke. Like, I really don't. The way you put that, I'm like, damn. You know, what? You know what?
Mm-hmm. Anyways, we don't have to talk about the reaction from that right
Okay.
now.
So, you know, the watch pass is uneventful for you, Decima, and you get to sleep.
You mean promise?
Promise, and then we go to Decima. Yes, I am
No.
gonna infinitely say one or the other.
No, not Decima.
Oh, I thought you wanted to trance.
I am. I'm trancing for the first 4 hours. In the second set of 4, I'm awake because that's trance.
Okay, who's taking second watch?
I can take second watch if we need it.
Okay. Also passes pretty uneventfully for you, Zora.
For me, I'm just going to read, and like I said, I just wanted to be up in case anything went wrong with either child.
Oh my fucking god, crazy.
Because now I am back to full strength. What did Crazy do? Crazy do something
Well,
crazy.
you know, I'm associating my cheese balls with death, apparently.
Okay.
Don't stick food with your chopsticks, accept the challenge.
Alright. anything, Meg?
You just notice that really early, one of the boys, like, jerks awake. Looking around for a moment before just going back to bed. And then about 7 a.m. ish, which you can actually, 7:32 a.m. almost on the dot, because you have a pocket watch now. The little girl gets up and wakes the two boys up, and they leave and run upstairs. Although one of them stops, like, before they leave,
Mm-hmm.
and then, like, looks at you. Like, really looks at you.
She just waves.
And then he leaves. You'd recall that this is the boy that you flickered the tattoos at the dinner table.
She just laugh after he leaves.
Alright. A new morning dawns.
Nice.
48 hours to go.
What?
Majora's Mask.
Oh,
Dawn of a new morning.
Oh, right.
48
I
hours
never
to
played-
go.
I never played it.
Just the immediate thought in my head.
Man, do I wish I could easily heat up something for dinner right now and, subtly, not so subtly eat.
We got at most half an hour left.
I mean, do you guys want to accomplish anything today?
I mean, the next thing we're doing is we're heading towards the city, and I imagine that maybe we could get there.
Yeah, I
But
would
not
check
really.
on the two kids before we head out though.
Okay.
But we have to get back here by nightfall just in case the wolves. So we have to get to Vallaki early, do that, and then get back here.
Well, how long does it take to get to Vallaki, though?
That is.
It's an hour.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
This you guys actually know that Jenny Shack is an hour from Vallaki.
So we have plenty of time, but still, yeah, I would go check on the two kids. So we could have breakfast here, but I don't think we'd want to impose too much. Decima wouldn't. Decima would rather pay for pastries if we were going to do anything. Just to give the orphanage some money.
Alright. So it's early in the morning when you guys hear, a few, like, footsteps coming down the stairs and a bit of, like, quiet banging in the kitchen. And before long, the smell of cooking bacon wafts into the living room, waking up anybody who is not already awake.
That smells good. Do we want to stay here for breakfast, or do we want to head out? I don't know if we want to impose.
If we're
any more
accepting
people.
breakfast, we're paying them. It's an orphanage. They don't have much money to begin with.
Zora, you do notice that Midnight looks very smug this morning.
Sora's gonna look over at him and move over. What's up, Mr. Midnight?
He sits, like, properly on the mantle, looking like a bit smug. And opens his mouth, and the same smooth flowing, British baritone that you're used to comes out of his mouth. I'm just a bit smug that I assured that all of you had wonderful dreams last night. Or lack of bad dreams, so to speak. And he licks his paw, and you see that there's little bits of blood on his claws.
What did you do?
Did you do something, Mr. Midnight?
I eat nightmares. It's what I do.
Alright. Well, that's useful.
Ah,
I figured you all needed a good night's sleep after the awful fever dreams you've had the other night in that tower.
well, That was really good. That was really cool. Well done, Mr. Midnight. You're wonderful. I just wanted to say that. Have I said that?
You don't say it nearly enough, my little protege.
Well, Mr. Midnight, you are amazing. Thank you so much for watching over us.
So yeah, we'll hold off on that. Never mind.
Hmm.
So yeah, you guys, you smell bacon. You're hearing more people coming downstairs. The sound of like plates clacking, together as someone sets the table. And you notice a pair of eyes peek in to the living room. And just kind of watches as kids do.
Kids. We should really be on our way, everybody.
Well,
Yeah.
let me go check on the two children from last night.
If you wish.
I will be outside. And
Can we
she-
get breakfast? And
Yes.
and it's punctuated with like a growl from the child.
I will pay us. I will pay them for some pastries.
Wasn't that Thea's thing?
It was, but I don't want to take their actual food, and they have a pastry shop, so it's a way to make it fair.
Yeah, I get that, but like she really had this like thing about pastry.
She did. I don't know why.
I mean, pastries are very tasty, so there's nothing like wrong with like pastries. I don't think.
True.
When we find Thea, we will make sure she gets all the pastries she can muster.
As you guys talk about pastries, Decima, you notice the pair of eyes that are peeking in, suddenly move, and then you see, a small child, like maybe 5, brandishing a tiny clay wooden sword, stand in the entryway of the living room and point his sword dramatically at you. Clergy, who do you worship?
I worship the fates.
And you? And he points to Glory.
Here when I worship Sune.
And you! And he points to Decima. And he points to Glory. Promise!
Promise, who
I'm
do
like-
you worship?
My mother going, Teresa, Tammy, make my mother.
I worship none.
Are you the holy type? Points to
Sora.
Zora, yes.
No, I am not the holy type. I don't worship anyone, make deals with anyone. That's not my kind of thing.
And you're too young to properly worship somebody. And he points dramatically to Arabelle. And he looks up between you all. And he moves and he puts his sword in like the little loop on his pants and he marches away.
Well, that was the thing.
Children.
Anyway,
Nor should why any of you must deign to have children.
I will go take care of my business quick. And you all can do whatever, and then we can meet outside near the pastry shop.
Very well.
Alright, so you all go out. You know what? Yeah, go for it.
What?
Okay.
Oh
You know, that
boy.
might have changed the interaction.
Yeah, because this is not one of my best skills.
What are you doing?
Oh, I passed. Dang it.
Okay, so we reel back to where he asks Zora, like, do you worship anything? And then, like, he squints suspiciously. Liar! You're in league with the Morning Lord, aren't you? I'll end you!
I don't
And then
know what you're talking about.
And he runs at you with the sword and, like, smacks you on the leg with it. And it doesn't do any damage. He's just, like, smacking you with a sword. Like, take this! And this!
I'm trying to defend myself with the quarterstaff, but it's not really working.
It's like you're trying to use a broom to get a rabid dog.
Yeah, exactly. It still hurts. Like, if you've been hit with a wooden sword, it still hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not doing
And
any
this
damage.
goes
It's
on
like,
for-
ow, my shin.
This
Exactly.
goes on for a few moments before you see a young girl, not young, like 14 or so, with short brown hair that, like, kind of curls around her ears, come into the living room. Jonathan, really? And she runs over and she grabs the boy and picks him up and, like, throws him over her shoulder, and he's kicking his feet. I will get you! Don't mind him. He wants to be a paladin of the Grey Lady.
Of who?
That's adorable, really.
The
Really
Grey
adorable.
Lady? You know, the most predominant goddess in Barovia? You've been living under a rock?
I've been living in hell.
Haven't we all?
Can I see what information I know about both of these deities?
Roll a religion check for both.
All right. So first one is it's both. Yeah. Great.
All right, so yeah, that checks out on both of them. Crazy.
Yeah.
Are you making it just for the Grey Lady or for the Morning
Yes.
Lord too?
No, just for the Grey Lady.
All right, so Cosme, the Morning Lord is a deity worshipped predominantly in a place called Faerun. It's similar to you, to a pantheon that you've studied a few times. You know, the Faerun pantheon is a very well-known pantheon across the different planes of existence. But it's not something worshipped where you are from. The Great Lady does not ring any bells to you, however. There's something like you feel like it's familiar, but like you can't. It's like right on the tip of your tongue, but you can't really quite get it. However, Glory, you remember easily, who this is. I mean, after all, you found the body of a priest hanging from
Yeah,
the church
yeah.
bells in one of our churches. So,
Yep. That'd be what would probably get that.
so boom, instant remembering. Anyway, I'm on kitchen duty this morning. And she walks away, with the kids still squirming and kicking and yelling, like, "I'll get you! Let go of me, Annie!" Then they leave.
Well, let's just hope that he doesn't turn out like the priest I found.
Is anyone going to question that? Or did you already mention that?
Mention what?
I kind of mentioned finding a priest being hung in his chapel.
Hmm.
I mean, I didn't go into detail. No one really cared about it. So.
Yeah.
No, Decima wouldn't care. Like, people die in here. It's normal. If it's their time to die, it's their time to die. So say the
thing
fates.
that happens in this place.
Yeah. If it's their time to die, it's their time to die. So says the fates.
At this point, Zora is thinking this is just common around here. But it's kind of like being in an area where there's a lot of like gun shooting. Like, oh, it like shooting happened. I don't know. Maybe it's the thing that happened. It's a really dark place. We've had zombies coming straight out of the street, grabbing our carriage. We've had ghost lady. There's a lot of undead.
You aren't wrong.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean, fair.
I mean, if someone hung themselves in this place, I mean, I wouldn't blame them. At least Zora wouldn't blame them.
All right. So you guys are gonna get a couple pastries and head out.
No, I still
I
have to check
believe
on the
that.
two
Oh,
children.
right. Yeah, the children. Sorry. Listen, okay. You know, I'm gonna constantly check what you guys are doing.
I know.
Because
no, I didn't say anything.
I need to figure out, like, I know like where I want to end the session at, and I like kind of want to get you guys there soon. You know. So you go
Well, I gotta-
upstairs.
So I only got like 18 minutes.
That's what we're going for.
Yeah. Well, why don't we just end it here?
But I want to wrap this up.
Okay.
And pick
Let's do it quick then.
I have a stopping point. Trust me.
Okay.
Sorry.
Um, So, you know, you go upstairs and you look around the rooms for a moment before you find pretty easy the one closed door. You know, that you hear a little bit of noise from within.
Mhm.
Like all the other doors are open, but the rooms are empty, essentially.
I'm gonna walk in or try to open it.
It opens easy, and you know, inside you see weak light coming through the windows in the morning, and you see sitting up in bed is Vasha, and at her side is Alec talking to her rather animatedly. And she looks to you and like gives you like this tired smile.
Decimal smile approach. How are you feeling?
Gross, like I sweat all night, but I think I'm okay.
Good. Yeah, you probably did sweat all night. Your body was
You
affected.
feel
Oh.
this is cutting you off on purpose.
'Kay.
You feel like a solid weight hit like your side, and like you see Alec just has his arms wrapped around your middle like really tight, like thank you.
She'll put a hand on his head and just kind of ruffle his hair like she would a little brother.
Mm.
You're welcome. Look, I like to help where I can and when I know I'm supposed to. I'm sorry I didn't warn you what might happen with that medicine. I had a suspicion, but I'm glad you're doing all right.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. If you guys need anything else, just if we're around, feel free to ask. If not, have you seen the boy that was really cold last night, Alec?
Daniel's in the nursery with his little sister.
He's doing better too?
He talked a little bit.
Okay.
Most of the time when new kids come here, they don't talk for a while.
That makes
I know
sense.
I didn't talk for almost a year.
It's a long time. Okay. Well, I have to go though. Vasha, I hope you feel better. You might be a little sore for a couple days. It's natural. From getting over a sickness that strong. Just, you know, keep your spirits up. Make sure you eat. You too, Alec. And I'm gonna go check on Daniel quick before we head out.
I hope we see you soon.
I'm sure you will.
And they both give you a smile as you leave.
Alright.
Going down to the end of the hall, you find that there is another room that has just a double bed in it, but there's another door beyond that
Mhm.
where there's like quiet crying.
Okay.
Um, You investigate.
Yeah, I'm gonna investigate.
Yeah. Okay, so you open the door and you find it's a smaller room than the others, but there's about 4 cribs, and currently, you see Daniel over one of them and like making like quiet shushing noises.
Hmm. I will walk over next to him.
You see that he's like very carefully like running his fingers through his little sister's hair and making shushing noises.
Are you okay, Daniel?
He like stiffens a bit and looks to you, and you see like deep bags under his eyes, like he didn't sleep very well, and he nods.
That's good. Your sister will be okay. You don't need to shush her. Sometimes babies cry to cry. She might need food. She might need to be changed. But she'll be safe here. You did a very good thing.
We are food.
No, you're not. You're a person.
No one's gonna get her.
Nobody
He
will.
says that more to himself as he like looks back to his little sister, who slowly, quiets. Like it's not like it's not like full on like baby crying. It's like just little whimpers.
Don't worry, nobody will. If anybody ever, as long as you hear if anybody's threatening, your baby sister for real, tell Jenny, and she'll get a hold of us if she can't help. But you'll be
Okay.
safe here.
It's
All right, make sure you get some sleep. Make sure you eat. You're gonna need it.
he doesn't seem like he takes that too seriously. He's like really focused on his sister.
I'm gonna leave him be as long as he seems to at least not be suffering from hypothermia, which was
No.
her worry.
Mm.
So that's it for me. Other than that, go by.
Okay. You go downstairs. And you mention you find Jenny easy, and you mention that you want to get some pastries, and you guys like have a small conversation. There's the exchanging of coin, and she mentions that the shop's going to be closed today, but there is a few there should be a few pastries from the day before that are still in the kitchen. The back door is unlocked to her shop usually. She doesn't keep anything worth anything in there usually, so you can go right in and get that. And she gave you a discount, so it's she says, help yourself to whatever. 5 silver is what you lose.
Easy enough.
Because it's the old stuff. Like it's still good, but it's not gonna be like fresh.
Oh dang, my perfect 91 gold.
Ruined. So you guys get your pastries and head out, right?
Mhm.
Okay, and I have 10 minutes to do this, but I want to try and do this. So you guys travel for about 40 minutes before you find a man on the side of the road with a broken cart, bloodied. But upon closer inspection, as you guys get closer, you notice that the blood seems less like his own and more of what you assume would be from the wolves. 2 dead lay on the side of the road. And he seems focused on fixing his cart where the wheel is a little fucked up.
Just the one person?
You see in the back of his cart, there's like some crates and sacks of things, and there's a single horse leading the cart.
Does it look like the one person who yelled at Decima?
Make a perception check.
It was Decima she yelled at, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was someone tried to curse me.
I gotta do. No. This guy, he has very like soft, neat hair that's pulled back at the base of his neck, and he doesn't look like a Vistani. There isn't any earrings or anything. He looks like he's dressed in more of like crisp stuff than most Barovians are. The grays are less faded and more they seem more intentionally gray. And he's wearing a deep black traveling cloak.
All right. I will go ahead and step in front of the rest. And is there anything we can do to help you get on your way?
He startles for a moment and puts his hand to his chest. Oh goodness, you scared me.
Apologies.
Actually, yes, that would be absolutely lovely if you could help me with my broken wheel here. I could get on my way very quickly. I'm heading to Valoki.
Very well. I'm gonna go and try and put the wheel on the wagon.
He looks like that.
Fancy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I described it and then I realized I had a picture, but yeah, he looks like that. Make what? I don't know. We'll just say you give him advantage because I don't even fucking know what you would roll for fixing a fucking wagon wheel, and I'm too lazy to look it up. So you assist him, and it takes you guys about 10 minutes, but you're able to jam the wheel back on, and he wipes a bit of sweat off his forehead. Thank you very much. My name is Vasily von Holtz. Nice to meet you. He extends a hand.
A pleasure. And I'll shake his hand. Awkwardly, like I don't do this very often.
Are you beautiful ladies heading to Valoki?
That is the plan. Perhaps in exchange for a fixed wagon wheel, you give us a ride? If you
Absolutely, I was about to offer just as such. I appreciate your kind nature. I do not come across that very much here in Barovia. Please, please, let us go. The day is still young. And he offers a hand to help you guys onto the back of the cart.
Okay.
I'll step onto the cart. When I do, I'm gonna like peek over the luggage real quick just to see if maybe anything stands out as being a little odd or off-putting.
It
Not
seems like,
dig around or anything. Just look.
yeah, with a quick cursory check, it seems like it's a lot of fabric, actually. And you can't really tell what's in the crates, but it seems like there's a lot of bolts of fabric in a variety of surprisingly colorful colors.
Oh, by the way, I can help clean some clothing. So, would I be able to help clean your outfit, sir?
Oh,
Vistali?
I would appreciate that very much. Thank you. It's Vasily.
Vasily.
And what is your name, beautiful young flower?
Oh, my name is Zora.
A pleasure to meet you, Zora. Thank you. And he extends his arms. Please.
She's going to have a tinge of blush before turning away and staying in the cart.
Well, haven't you just made yourself a wonderful friend?
All right. Okay, cool. So he sits at the front of the cart and flicks the reins on the horses, rather in a practice motion, and the horse trots off towards Palaki. So, What business do you have in Balaki?
Checking in on a friend.
I see that is very admirable. I heard that it's a bit more complicated to get in Balaki right now. However, because you were so kind and forthfront with helping me with my cart and being so upfront and polite with me, I would be more than happy to flash a bit of weight and get you into Balaki rather smoothly. Check on your friend. Horrible business what went down, honestly. Very admirable of you to brave the city today to check on her.
What happened?
Are you not going to check on her because of yesterday's incidents?
I don't believe we heard that there was a yesterday's incident. We were simply checking on her because we were in the area and decided to visit before we departed.
There was a mass pandemonium at the Festival of the Burning Sun yesterday.
What happened exactly?
The Burgomeister decided to burn a woman and her children alive in the town square.
Was
Oh my.
there a particular reason for such a vicious act?
She was apparently attempting to plotting to assassinate him, and her children are guilty by association. I have said that the Burgomeister has been losing his youthful tact for years now, but this is a bit extreme. I exited the city to go collect a few bolts of fabric for the next festival so that I may maintain my good standing with the good Burgomeister. I'm a minor lord within the city.
I see.
But yes, I'm surprised you did not hear. Why are you going to check on your friend then if it is not for the festival?
Well, as I said, we were a little. It's a dangerous area in general, and we escorted her here the other day, and were attending to other matters. We simply wanted to check in before we left.
I see. True, dangerous times are among us with that cursed Strahd up there on the mountain. However, it seems we are here. And you crest a small bit of the hill and see the looming gates before you. However, instead of walking through this time, you are actually jovially greeted, or Vasily is. Lord von Holtz, good to see you back in one piece, sir. He exchanged a few charismatic words with the guards before the gate is raised and you are able to easily trot into the city. Would you like to come up to my manor? Perhaps we could break our fast together, or would you just perhaps be more inclined to be dropped off at the gate?
I'm gonna look to the others because I'm not sure.
We gotta go.
I mean, I think having a nice breakfast with this nice gentleman seems like a good idea. I'm not.
Oh, forgive me. I do not know how pressing your matter is checking up on your friends. Suppose that was a stupid question out of politeness, if any rate.
Oh,
He looks kind of at Decima as he says this. Forgive me. You may here, and he pulls the horse to stop. You may disembark, of course. However, if you are ever needing an ally within the city, Vasily von Holtz is at your side.
We appreciate your offer of assistance, and I'm sure we'll take you up on it if the time comes.
I see. Well, you ladies have a resplendent day.
yeah. Thank you.
And with that, he flicks the horses and trots off after you guys disembark, and you find yourselves in the streets of Vallaki. And we'll continue this in 2 weeks.
Good luck,
All right,
Crazy.
sounds good.
I got my clear this week.
Ugh.